Hey, welcome, folks, to Weekend at the Rink here in Owen Sound, Ontario. Big doings this afternoon as we got live coverage here of the. I was going to say midget.
No, you got to say U16A.
Yeah. So, anyway, this is Silver Stick hockey, and of course, this is a big weekend for them. Being a former coach player, what does Silver Stick mean to you?
Silver Stick means a lot. These kids here coming out. The winner of this will go on into play at the International Silver Stick, because this is the regional one later this year. I was fortunate when they had the minor and major. Minor team, we won it back in '91, and it was a lot of fun for the kids. And the kids, it could be there only because international games they play against, possibly down the road, because in OMHA you don't get that opportunity.
So it's it's a big weekend for them. And of course, you mentioned that I think it's in January. The next big thing is, but Silver Stick. The regional's been here a number of times, and of course, the Owen Sound American Hockey group is hosting it, and my volunteers, and thanks out to those. Also, want to say hello to all those folks out there that are streaming. This telecast is going back, and people are probably streaming it in their little hometowns.
Yep.
Want to say hello to. Nathan Crane, he's not well, and he goes by Noodles. And
from Center Wellington?
Yeah, Center Wellington wants to say hello. Get well, we're thinking of you.
Exactly.
And so we'll probably mention that again a little bit early, but those folks, if you're streaming, Noodles, get well.
Exactly.
Break this weekend. We've all been there, so and know where your heart is. So.
You commented about it's been held in Owen Sound for a number of years. The opening ceremonies yesterday afternoon, Silver Stick Committee was presented a 25-year award for hosting the regional Silver Stick for 25 years now. Wow,
that is amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
But the number of kids that have gone through this program, you were talking about what you talked about with your team, and watched your son play the other night, and he was involved in that. So I bet he has some good memories of that.
He does. We used to have to go to Midland on Boxing Day. So you look at the way they rescheduled it now. It's not around Christmas like it was then.
I remember that a lot of tournaments around Christmas.
Yeah.
It's a great afternoon. We got the game getting started right behind us. Wellington in the black to our right, and of course to our left, St. Thomas. Face-off. Number 91, Decision. Wins the draw, knocks it off to one side. Backing up into the... Here comes Martin. Martin down the right wing, just going to fire it in on goal. Steered off to the side. By the goaltender, we'll get his number in a moment.
Darren Haggerty, number 40.
40 is starting in goal, so... Made a stop right off the bat. Shot wasn't on the side. Merrick had a chance to get at it. Picked up by Power. Power just whistles it high and wide. On the far side, Smith trying to check it down, doesn't. Off into the corner by Carson Smith. Finally does get a hold of it. Center Wellington backing up. Records this time around, Steve, are this is an important game for both these guys.
Absolutely. St. Thomas has got a win and a tie, where Center Wellington's got a win and a loss. They both played 2 games here today. You see on the ice, we got the officials. We've got a 2-man referee system and 2 linesmen today when you get to the U16 level.
Yeah, see St. Thomas Stars. You saw the record on your screen too. It says shot off into the corner, steered up by Matthew Law. Law is the starting goaltender. Fired in by Smith. Try to get centered out in front. Puck is being danced in the corner. Holder. Karn, loose puck sliding into the slot area, reaching out for it. It's Taylor. Just dumping it straight down the ice. It's going to be icing on this play, chasing it down.
I see a family affair out there, and the linesman and referee. One of the referees is Mike Blackburn, and his dad, Dan Blackburn, being a linesman.
I never known Dan to take backseat to Mike every time, but geez.
He thought it was his turn. He's the guy that's assigning the referees and linesmen for these games. Been doing it for years.
Zylstra has it off into behind the net. Parsons drives it up this side, but doesn't get it far. Parsons going to chase it down again as this knocked back into the corner. On top of that, in behind the goal, of course, is Wilson. Wilson couldn't get it out. And pressure coming from St. Thomas. Jurganic on the point. Kept inside by Zyskin, and he's just heading right back in. If I mispronounce that name, I apologize.
And if you want to make it simple according to the coaching staff, just call him Soupy.
Campbell's first name, Cooper's his first name, so.
It's exactly what it is.
There's a shot in behind the net, just missed, up on the boards. Picked up by Black. Black off the wing back. Little Break Medeiros has a chance to bring it, takes a shot. Good stop by Law, got that big pad out, knocked it off into the corner. Coming on to Mercer, just drives it back in, but not far enough. And then on the boards, Battaglia hits center ice, turns, twists, looking for power on the wing, gives it back on the other side to Muscali. It hits off into the corner. There's a deflection. Battaglia has it again at center ice. Just dumps it off the boards to Power. Power has it going down the right wing. Power trying to get into the slot, gets knocked down from his knees, had a chance. Couldn't get the wood to it. There's a shot off the side of the net and out of play.
Power just would not give up on that puck, even on it from his knees. He almost had an opportunity to get shot on net.
Matthew Law steered it up into the stands and into the. Actually, now it's
the meshing.
The big mesh up there.
Yep.
Face off into the corner. Karn knocks it back on this side. St. Thomas is, or probably Center Wellington, having trouble getting out of their own zone. They've been hemmed in there pretty nicely. Grant just loses it off the end of his stick, takes it after McDougall. McDougall got some room but couldn't get around. Big number 27, and that's Carson Smith. Face off to the left, to the right of actually goaltender Darren Haggerty. Haggerty gets the start. Woodhouse just, there's a deflection in front. Oh, nice play.
Follow the puck.
As Woodhouse had a shot from the point. Here comes Nathan Smart coming up through down the right wing. Pardon me, the left wing. On, gets it back out. Here comes McDougall. McDougall just eased out of the play by Chase Holder. And St. Thomas in the through center. That's Taylor, and he just gets squeezed off back into the corner. Jurganic has the puck at the blue line. There's a shot right in front, blocked. Again, on it is Taylor. Taylor just dumps it back and then off into the corner. As Soupy had it, so we should be a lot easier to pronounce that. In behind the goal, all right out in the slot area. Woodhouse takes a shot, just whistles it wide. At the blue line, Jurganic keeps it in. And having trouble holding, then he gets out, doesn't hold it. Chasing down Mackey. On Smith. Puck bounces off the boards, kind of funny. Chasing after Parsons. Parsons has it in behind his own net. Up along boards to Wagner. And he couldn't corral, Warren, pardon me. He couldn't corral the pass. Dancing around with that puck in the corner. Can't get it out, just gets it back to the point, but not going to keep it tipped out by Mackey. And coming in quick, and he tried to stay on side, and that was Muscali, and he didn't. He's the captain.
Yeah.
A real big boy.
Yes, he is.
Defenseman. Power takes a shot off the body. Mercer picks it up, takes a shot off the blocker, steered into the corner by Law. Against St. Thomas. Just good pressure. Power just takes a shot, blocked in front by Riley Steger. And again, Fletcher at center ice, back to Power. Power has it in the zone, just going to shoot it in on goal and steered off into the corner by Law, who's been the busiest of the goaltenders so far. In front, there's a shot off, just off the skate Battaglia at the blue line. Battaglia just gets it set in front, and it just comes back out to the blue line. Muscali just winds up and drives it. Good stop by Law. Did he fire that thing? Loose puck in the crease. Craig has a chance. Another save by Law. And then Mercer was just hammered. Battaglia turns in the circle. Battaglia has the chance. Nice move. There's a shot. And they score. All the work done by Battaglia.
6:18 of the first period. We have the first goal of the game by the St. Thomas Stars.
But that was Battaglia. Picked the puck up at the blue line, then they headed in. You're going to see it on the Rogers replay. You're going to see him just dance around through that circle.
Battaglia coming in. He's come right out of the phone booth, and there's Michelli there. Not Michelli, but number 14.
That's Power.
A.J. Power.
And Power just put it in. He just said thank you.
Exactly.
All the work done by Battaglia. Great play. 1-0 for the Fusion. Or pardon me, for the Stars from St. Thomas. This is a big game for them. They win this one. They pretty well get themselves into the semifinal for tomorrow. Smith in after the puck in his own zone. Just gets it back out. Up to Holder, but Holder couldn't corral it. Picked up by Karn. Karn drops it down. McDougall couldn't hang on to it. Stolen almost in the slot. McDougall has the chance. Kahn has it. There's a little backhand. Yeah, and Haggard, who just steered it off into the corner, up along the far wall.
Almost gave that thing away.
Smith. Oh, nice play and set it right on goal. Shoot, scores!
That number 13.
Sam Taylor just got the puck at center ice, went in right on the goal and scored it. Sam Taylor with a beautiful shot. That puck took a funny bounce at center ice.
You're going to see Taylor come in and just watch this little dipsy do. Hello. Goodbye.
Puck was bouncy, just got it nice, but got himself open. There's the shot.
Put it up over between the blocker and the pad.
Oh, Law had no chance on that.
Nope.
2-0 Stars. And Center Wellington has dug themselves a hole. Puck comes back to this side off the stick of Mercer. Back into the zone, quickly on it. Here's Henderson. Henderson has a puck, tried to get it centered out in front. Was Wyatt Black. And here they come again. Big number 77, that's Patesi. Comes in on goal, has a chance. Dumps it off to Soupy, and he makes the save.
Exactly.
And Matthew Law was the one that made the save on him, but St. Thomas moving that puck around really
They are
good.
moving the puck really well. Just an update there from in the 2 games. St. Thomas had 8 goals and 4 against them, where Center Wellington in their 2 games, 7 goals for and 7 against. So they've been known to give up the goals, unfortunately.
Face off in the zone 1 by Medeiros. Trying to get that puck along the wall. That's McDonald. McDougall, pardon me. On the wall. Mamarill gets it, takes it up. Battaglia on it quickly, chasing his Fletcher. Battaglia makes a nice move. Stolen by McDougall, and then Muscali had it. Now he brings it out through center. He's another big boy. Through Muscali gets the chance. There's the shot. Law knocks it off into the corner. Medeiros just knocks it back inside, and then he just hammers his man. Because I believe that Steiger got the worst of that. Loose puck behind the net. Center Wellington picks it up. Battaglia at the blue line, backs it up as McDougall comes down the left wing all by his lonesome. Tries to get a shot away, and Smart made a nice play to block that. Power through center ice. Should be called offside, wasn't. Scores!
Oh, what a shot by Power from out atop of just inside the blue line.
Well, he was just being bothered as he crossed the blue line. He decided to get it going. It never hurts, Steve.
No,
never to get the puck towards the net, because you never know what's going to happen.
That's for sure.
That was a seeing eye goal.
You're going to see that. Yeah, exactly. Power just ripped that thing.
Here it is on your screen now.
Here it is here. Steps in on that Country 93 logo on the ice, and he just put that up top. A.J. Power.
103 rated in the first
Second
period.
goal of the game.
3 goals.
And the goal differential is a big thing, so you're not going to see them let up if they keep going, putting them on, because in the event of a tie, that's the second deciding factor. The goals for and against.
Taylor in the slot. To the far side, gave it off to Miscali. Boy, this is a big defense. This Grant's a big kid, too. He's number 93. Curtis Grant. This is one of the biggest midget teams I've seen in a long time.
Exactly.
Yeah, they are big. There's no doubt. Black in his own zone. Finally gets it out along the wall. Bothered quickly by Smart. Then the puck gets off back into the corner. Yeah, Curtis Grant. Grant in behind his own net. Just nice it up through center. Nice play to Smart.
I don't know what that's all about.
He shoots and scores.
I think center Wellington thought there was a penalty being called on St. Thomas, and the goaltender was off the way to the net, and unfortunately, he misread that one.
Well, I was wondering why we had an empty net, because I was following the play, and that's the easiest goal Smith's ever going to get.
Yep, exactly. You're going to see the goaltender come out. He thought there was a penalty being called against him, and it's in fact against the center fusion. And 43, is that 43 Reese Smart, by the looks of it?
Yep.
Scored that one.
Well, it was off that. What a strange turn of events that was. I'm telling you, I didn't see the goaltender lead because I was kind of watching the play. And Steve picked on it up right away, and he said, I don't know what that was all about.
Well, obviously, Matthew Law thought that there was a penalty being called on the St. Thomas club, and unfortunately, it was against his own guys.
Well, I'm wondering if Matthew Law is going to go on to the bench because LeBeau, or I saw him wave it.
Here's St. Thomas's schedule. They beat Owen Sound 5-1, tied Guelph 3-3. They're playing center Wellington right now, and then they're up against Collingwood tonight at 9:15 up at the Rec Center. In center Wellington, they lost to Owen Sound 5-3, beat Collingwood 4-2. Right now they're playing St. Thomas, and then they've got Guelph at 4:45 this afternoon.
Well, this was supposed to be a big game for them. They had to basically win this game. They're 1-1.
Yeah.
And to be 2-0 going into this afternoon, 1 win, 2-1, pardon me, would have been a chance for them to get into the semifinal.
Exactly.
But right now it's looking pretty dim.
Law's still in net down there, Gord. They didn't change goalies.
LeBeau was just back on the bench. I thought they might.
And Darren Haggerty is heading back to his net, and we've got a 4-0 lead. Periods go 10, 15, and 15 in tournament hockey. No overtime in round robin. And 5 goals will be straight time. The old 5-goal differential, right?
I'm pretty sure.
I'll take a peek here.
Into the corner. St. Thomas pitched the puck up, and they have it. That's big number 77, Fortese. Puck in behind the goal, trying to center it out in front. Does get it there into the slot area. Silcox at the blue line, just fires it back off the boards. Silcox again gets it. At the blue line, Soupy.
It's 5 in the third period. Only they start it with.
Puck comes down the ice. Not going to make the line, so there's no icing on this one. Chasing after Fortese. Brings it up along the boards. In the corner. McDougall has an opportunity to get it towards the net. A little bit of pressure. Trying to get that puck out. Slash the back of net. White, Black, I think, partially to get the puck, partially in frustration, but I don't think Center Wellington thought that this is a situation they were going to be in with the second period down.
No, they thought it would only be 3-0.
4-0, yeah. McDougall on the right wing along with Medeiros for St. Thomas. They're on goal, back pass, backhand shot off a body in front. That was Silstra had a chance to put it in. Mercer on the point along with Miscali and Battaglia. And finally, Law just can't find that puck, gets his hands on it, puts it there.
puck heading off into the corner. Medeiros, and he tried to get it back out front, but Matthew Law just smothered that thing, so there wasn't anything further.
St. Thomas team, they Stars. They move the puck very, very well.
Yes, they do.
Smith on the point, along with Grant. There's a shot in front off the body. Couldn't keep that in with Smith. Chasing after Grant, and it's going to be icing. That looked like a curling stone heading down the ice.
Exactly.
It was slow. You figured that they might have waved that off, but they didn't.
Nope. No hurry hard.
And Blackbird getting set. Drop puck, gets it up. Smith. Power. Smith at the blue line, took the shot. Chasing after it, Mercer. Mercer kept in by Power. Power turns. Then he's checked.
Another icing
back
call.
down the ice. Now we're going to get icing again. Well, if you're having trouble in your own zone.
Oh, yeah. They're just getting it out. Bit of frustration, I'm sure, with themselves.
Well, as a former coach and players, it's tough for when you're down 4-0.
Oh.
To get your guys motivated to play a game that they pretty well think is. But you never can tell.
No, never say never.
Well, you see the attack last Thursday night. What did they do? They were down 5-1 to come back 1 in overtime. So Warren, he just fires it off into the corner, chasing after it. Draganek. Here they come. Draganek has the puck. That's off to Taylor. Taylor down the ice. Tries to toe drag and bring it in through center. Couldn't do it. And Silcox on the point. He's just going to fire, and he whistles that wide off the leg. Grant. Then he just dumps it back into the corner. Forechecking. On that puck is Holding. Holding just dumps it back into the corner. Grant in after it. Out into the slot, just off the stick of Blake. Or Mackey, pardon me. Into the corner after Smith tries to dump it out in front. And it heads up, goes fighting for it in the corner along with Jake Flesher. Still fighting for that puck. Draganek trying to get it back to the point. Then they just fired on goal, and Law had to be quick on that one because that he didn't think. I didn't think he thought that was coming. So
no.
That's
he had to be paying attention. That's for sure.
Because where that puck was, well, I didn't think he was going to shoot it. I thought he would have passed it, but never hurts to put that puck on the net.
No.
Center Wellington down 4-0 here early in the second period. Then they just cleared off the glass. Muscali tried to keep it in. Zylstra. There's a shot. Just whistled that wide on this side. Muscali couldn't keep the puck in. Heading down the ice. Black doing a forecheck. Battaglia has it. And he just dumps it off the wall. And then somebody went off a leg right back to him coming up behind the other side of the net. Through center ice. A little backhand shot going just wide of the goal. Chasing after it. Parsons. Parsons trying to get it out at the blue line. Muscali gets control of it. And then knocks his stick right out of Black's hands as he blocked the shot. Black back through center. Off the body in front. Chasing after it is Parsons. And then Parsons just losing and gets dumped right down the ice. Carter Craig forechecking. Getting that puck out was Henderson. Craig is right on it. Craig just dumps it right into the... Hits his man, Martin, as they collided in the zone. Back to Smith. Smith takes the shot. Law just steers it off into the corner. There's a funny shot on goal to hit the blocker. Matthew Law right back to the slot. This Carter Craig had a chance. There's Carter Craig again. Loose puck. Chance to get, but Black couldn't get control. Up to Henderson, and Henderson's taking off the puck. And the green machine just keeps rolling. Craig at the blue line, couldn't get it over. Draganek on this side gets it off to Mercer. Mercer gets it to center ice, just dumps it in off the stick of Levi Wilson, and Wilson tries to get it up, does to Black, and Black's just going to dump it down the ice. Could be another icing call. Might take 3 hours to play this second period. The way they're dumping the puck down the ice, and they just got to get rid of the pressure. They're just trying to release the pressure. St. Thomas is just relentless.
Exactly. Face-off coming to the right of Matthew Law.
Big number 43, Rise Smart, going to take the draw, wins it, gets it back to Power, and Power's got a couple of goals, and that one off a stick and up into the mesh. And
quick release for that young man, Mr. Powers.
See, Mr. Blackburn would say it went off somebody, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Went off the Fusion Power, right at the top of that. Finally, Fusion get it out. McDougal has a chance down the right wing, but boy, he's being bothered. And then McDougal took out his man.
Power's going to get, not Power, it won't be Power, it'll be McDougal's going to get called for a clip here, I think.
Well, I'm not sure. I can't see how that's a penalty.
He did.
You were saying, you called it a trip or a clip?
I called it a clip. They're calling it a trip, though.
Well, I thought you could hip check.
Not when it's below the knees, so there's no puck there.
So he's getting an interference call.
No, they call it tripping.
No. I wouldn't mind seeing that one again because I was surprised that they got the penalty. So face off. St. Thomas on the power play. And finally getting it out was Griffin Mackey. St. Thomas, Taylor through center ice, up to the right wing. Up to Smart. Smart goes into the corner, back into the slot, just off a stick. Good stick by Owen Hahn as he got that back to Smith at the blue line. To Taylor. Taylor tried to give it to Mercer, and Mercer just could not handle the pass. Smith off a stick. There's a shot from the deflected. Law, nice stop. That was well deflected in front of the net, and they had a chance to go.
St. Thomas is really showing how they can try to set this thing up. It's amazing. Here you're going to see this penalty call, Gord. You're going to see McDougal come down here and Power, and then you see him leave the puck. So he made an attempt to go after the guy.
I see, you're right. I just did from initially I saw that more as a, but yeah, Law makes a good stop. Smith gets it from the point. Good work, guys, in the truck, or now in the studio. Dating myself a bit. Zylstra. A nice steal by number 16, Jacob Fletcher. Fletcher has a chance, but boy, getting back real quick with 91 position as he had it just. This got back. Taylor coming through center, got a just sliding down at the blue line, back to its position. He didn't have a chance. Zylstra had a chance. Law again. You know, we're looking at this game, and Law has played so well, even though he's given up 3 goals.
Well, exactly.
I don't call the 4th one either.
No, that was an empty netter.
I figured that was his fault, but it wasn't.
Exactly.
So, but I mean.
Yeah. One the Power ripped from the Country 93 dot, that's for sure.
Power at the blue line. He's got a shot. Back to Miscali. Miscali takes a shot, and it's off a leg in front. Loose puck fired. Law. Good stop. Good mitt getting the puck down on that rebound, not allowing those sharpshooters from St. Thomas to get that loose puck.
Yeah, Madeiro's coming down that right point, and he's just right in the top of the circle.
Miscali on the blue line, along with big number 14, and everybody's big, A.J. Power. Power across to Miscali. Miscali going to center out in front. Has some bodies out there. Good stick by number 14, Levi Wilson, as he blocked that pass and then managed to get the puck out. Good forecheck from Martin. In behind the net, Martin taking on 2 guys and having to win the job. And then
Power gets just overpowered again. He likes controlling that puck from his knees.
Miscali got it out. Chasing after it is Levi Wilson. Wilson up along the boards. Pascali gets another shot deflected off into the corner because Wilson had a piece of it. Pascali loses at the blue line. He's going to dump it back in. Boyd's going to change up. And here they go. Black down the right wing. Couldn't handle the puck. And they can, Smart down. Got some time.
We got
and we're going to get
behind.
a penalty.
Looks like number 77, Fortes, is going to the box for a rough, I'm thinking.
Fortese is going to get a
head check.
Yep, head check. So looks like Wellington's going to get a chance to go on the power play. Mackey. Romero. Stigter. All out there along with Hennessy. On. Hennessy loses the draw. Puck goes Battaglia, has it behind the net. Dumps it out, stopped at center ice.
Yeah, all
by
four
Riley Stigter.
All four of those defensemen for St. Thomas handle the puck so well.
They do, and it's they basically go with four. Warren couldn't control the pass. Smart in behind his own goal, just going to dump it out of the ice. And Seiger couldn't get a skate on it and keep it inside the zone. Chasing after him in Merrill.
Nice to have quarterbacks back there like that, isn't it?
Well, it sure is. Through center ice. Warren just fires it in. Going to chase it down. Henderson on the ice. Hahn out there with him. And a puck just driven down the ice. Nice penalty kill. Changing up on the...
All four, too.
Mercer is out there. Mercer gets control of it, little to Craig. Craig's got a chance. He couldn't get a stick on it as Craig was heading for the net on the short-handed scoring opportunity. And Law finally just controls the puck. 52 seconds left in the power play. But St. Thomas is playing with four as they were with five.
Exactly. I don't think Haggerty's seen a shot in this power play, has he, Gord?
No, I don't think so. Back to the blue line by Draganek. Hahn has it. Up to Black, off his skate. McDougall. McDougall had that off the skate, not sure where it is. Woodhouse. Woodhouse just dumps it back off the board. No sustained offense from Wellington. Back to Karn. Karn gets it up the wing to McDougall. McDougall just fires it and off the handle of the goal stick. I think that was going wide. But that's the first shot headed towards the goal in this power play.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think it was a shot on goal.
No, it was wide.
McDougall again. Another shot high, hard the glass. Black just let it go. Woodhouse at the blue line, dumps it in. Gonna change it up. Through center, this Vertese has it. As he steps out of the penalty box, Vertese tried to get it up to Soupy, and he couldn't do anything with it, but here comes the fusion. This is Black down the right wing, and he's taken out nicely by Smith along the board. Smith just dumps it in behind the goal, gets it back out this side. Up to Levi Wilson, who's keeping it in front, and I believe that's Grant had a chance to get that through, couldn't. Smith has it coming through center. Smith tries to dump it through the hole. There's another shot. A good stop by Laws. Fortese had a chance to do something with that one. Smith backing up. Smith at the point, not going to pinch and keep it in, but Smith off his stick. McDougall gets it. McDougall, good wheels, loses the puck as he's hit by Grant just as he was getting set to do so. Kept in by Wilson. Then,
there we're going to get some extra trickery activity here.
Looks like Smith is going to go, and we had a power play opportunity. Now there's two players going to go. And that's Wilson giving McDougall is sending to the penalty.
McDougall's going to be going. He's the one that got the initial call. And they're going to get 2 and 10 now.
Well, that's going to hurt. See, that's going to hurt Center Wellington more than.
Yeah, McDougall's their little spark plug.
Yeah. And they're going to be sitting out for pretty well the whole.
Well, yeah, they get 12 minutes in running time. Penalty minutes here, and Smith's off defensively for St. Thomas.
Well, that's going to hurt them too because he's been paramount on that blue line.
He's a good defenseman too.
Yeah.
We'll have a little chat here, see what's going on here.
Referee is. Blackburn is giving the player in the penalty box.
Well, I think he and his father Dan, they saw something about that incident, and just give him a little bit of a warning on it.
Parsons at the center ice, got a piece of it. Warham tried to backhand it in, couldn't happen. Power gets it loose. Power one-on-one. He's going to take his men. He goes around Wilson. Will takes a shot. Law makes a good stop. Trying to get it out. Here's Warham down the blue line. They're playing 4-on-4 too.
Actually, 5-on-5.
5-on-5. Yep. Sorry, I didn't see the two guys back here.
They were late coming back.
Yeah. Power couldn't connect, and Wilson knocks it back into the corner. Warham off his stick. Holder just drifts it back inside. Parsons on it. Being forechecked by Sam Taylor. Taylor keeps bothering his man, kept inside by Muscali. He just dumps it back off into the corner. Parsons going to check. He spent more time going the other direction than he has up the ice. Could be reading on goal. And Haggerty makes the stop. Muscali. Lead pass to Craig, and that's going to be offside. They're going to clear it up and go. Black down to Smith. There's Muscali, pardon me. Puck goes out of play. We'll get a face-off deep in the zone.
Just under 3.5 minutes to go here in the second period.
U16, they don't get penalty for throwing the puck out over the boards from their zone. Henderson didn't win the draw. And that's Mercer. Kept in by Mamero. St. Thomas gets control of that puck. Craig with Mercer. Mercer leading on goal, takes a shot, just whistles that high over the top of the net, and then gets dumped unceremoniously into the corner. Trying to get it out is Craig, and he just dumps it right back in, chasing after his Mamero. Mackey's there too, along with Smith. St. Thomas in the zone, gets it back out, just fired wide by a Lycician. At the blue line, Mackey keeps it. Pardon me, it was 22 Draganek that kept it in. It was Mackey that was trying to get a hold of that puck. Pass through center, just picked off right in front. There's a gift, scored.
There was a gift, for sure.
You do not pass the puck, and that's Soupy Cooper Sishin, I think it was pronunciation, but man, that was a gift. I'm gonna watch it on replay. Cardinal rule.
Cardinal rule right up the middle of the ice, and put on the stick, and he just put it upstairs over that glove.
Well, you figured he put it, it wasn't along the ice, but it was up, gloved it, put it down, let her go. 5-0, 2:27 remaining here in the second period. First game of this afternoon, as we're doing 3 games from the Silver Stick tournament. And of course, Silver Stick, it is really important to these kids. It's one of the best tournaments. It's international play at some point. It's going on both in northern Michigan. There's a whole history to this
almost the river
tournament, when it got started, how it got started, and now the officials are.
Well, they're talking. McDougall's in here doing a little chirping, I believe, is how it all started with the 2 officials. And I think they're just about done tolerating him, and we'll find out what happens here at the beginning of this third period, I'm guessing.
He did. Well, they would have sent him to the dressing room now.
I would think so.
If that was the case, they're not going to wait for him to sit in the box. Warham just knocks it out to center. Grant gets it right back in. Warham again coming 3-on-2. Warham tried to get it into the slot area. Nice stick check. Fired from the point. There's a little backhand off a stick. Was out to Fortesi as he goes in there to block. Taking it out is Battaglia, and now we're getting to stop and play. But there's some pretty strict rules, too. I was reading over the rules that the referees can toss a player out and suspend him right there on the ice.
Yeah.
And it will be Piscali's out.
He was just chatting with his, was it Smith in the penalty box there?
Yeah.
And just chatting to him about the little incident.
Oh, what a nice play.
Probably just keep it down. Yep. We've got this game in hand. We need you for this afternoon.
On that last play, Fortesi just missed the long pass, and he would have been all in on Law.
Yep.
But we got an icing. Parsons, Wilson on the point. Mackey. And there's a green jersey right on. Loose puck in front of the net. Haggerty makes the save. Another stop. Another shot off a body in front. Haggerty had 2 back-to-back saves. That's the first time he's been really tested in this contest.
Yeah, exactly.
Zylstra on one side. Back pass. And here they come again. Center Wellington through center ice. Along the boards and then right back at him. Of course, with Zylstra just picks up down in on goal again. That's smart. Law was there. Now Skelly couldn't keep it in. Holder, cross ice. Smith on his stick. Smith has a chance, going to fire through the screen, does, but he's high and wide. Puck come back down the ice, Battaglia. I think Battaglia is the smallest of the defensemen that they've got, but boy, can he motor.
Yeah.
Goes puck in the skates of the defenseman, and that was Wilson. Made a nice play. Then gets the pass through center. They can't. Fletcher tried to hit his man. Martin dumps it back. Martin gets it in his skates finally. Makes a nice move to get around Battaglia. Gets the shot, whistles it wide. Puck comes out the other side, but hits the back of the net. Picked up the number 6, and that's Henderson. Henderson couldn't control it. Then just tipped up the ice. Taylor in on goal. Taylor goes in behind, tried to wrap around, couldn't work. Tried to set her back out front. Smart play because he knew he didn't have the shot, but couldn't quite get it to Holder. Battaglia dumps it into the corner right out of the slot area on this side. Smith, there's the shot. There goes the horn. Full marks for the Stars coming from St. Thomas as you see the score on your screen, 5-0. Boy, I thought, be honest with you, from what I heard in the records, I thought this would be a lot closer.
A lot tighter game, yeah.
A lot tighter, except St. Thomas got on it quick and ended up 2 goals in that
They have
first
not
period.
let up, and based on the rules as we looked at them, unless Center Wellington can put something together here, this will be a straight time 15-minute period. Starts as straight time once the puck gets dropped here.
Well, it's kind of good for us because then we can get a break from having to talk for another for all of 5 minutes. But of course, this is a sports feature on Rogers TV and Weekend in the Rink. We're glad to have you aboard. Again, hello to all those folks that are streaming or coming from St. Thomas and Wellington. I know the friends and family are back there. And, of course, again, Noodles, these guys miss you up here. So that's Nathan Crane out of their lineup because of being ill. So both of us have played sports long enough to know you hate to miss anything for any reason. So speedy recovery.
Exactly.
Nathan, so I understand you're streaming, so hello to you anyway.
Yeah. So we're going to see how this period unwinds here. The referee's talking to the timekeeper about, I'm sure, about the straight time issue.
Well, right now the clock isn't running. So, Grant.
Get the clock going, buddy. Attaboy. Just let her run now.
You know, they're stopping. Oh, no, that's we're stopping the time. No, it's actually running. So our clock is waiting until it catches up, I think. So there we go. There's a shot back block. Nice play by number 5, Hudson Karn, as he got in the way of that shot. Karn again took his man to the boards. Didn't get a good pass. This Mercer had a chance. Pat Grant, far side. There's a shot. Law makes the save. Puck heads up down the ice.
It's not going to make it for icing this time.
Muscali, the captain, big number 17 on the point, along with Battaglia, or Mercer, pardon me. Craig has the puck at center ice. Battaglia on this side. Pass through center, right on the power. Stick went over his stick, bounce it back right onto him. They get it. There's Battaglia keeps it in. Puck goes back into the corner. Soupy on it. I give up.
Yeah,
Go
might as well
Soupy.
carry on it. Yeah.
Battaglia again at the point. Battaglia's going to get a shot. Martin got a stick in the way on that one. Chasing in behind the net is Zylstra. Back on this side, couldn't kept in. Battaglia has it. Cross ice. To Draganek. Soupy has it again. Twists and turns. There's a shot. And off a stick and then inside the net, and Law just keeps the big pad down, keeps it from going in the net.
They are headmanning that puck, looking for the open man. St. Thomas has full value for this 5-0 lead that they're having right now.
But yeah, 5-0 is, they have played so well. And you wonder if they just don't have the legs, or because I can't see them getting to this point with not having a fairly good team. But pass right up the ice, going to be icing as that went off the end of the stick.
They waved her off.
Mercer, they waved it off, figured he could have played it. Draganek on 1 point, one side, Battaglia on the other. Here's Draganek, gets it at the blue line. On, little back pass, up to Warham. Warham down one side, has a chance. Just deflected it just by, as Owen Hahn had a stick on the ice, and I think that would have been covered anyway, but it just whistled by a bit there. Puck back outside. Mackey has it. Mackey just dumps it back off to Karn, and Karn gets it up to Warham, and Warham can't do anything to his own. Woodhouse just fires it down. Picked up at the blue line by Sam Taylor. Taylor just dumps it back. Battaglia on this side, knocked out to Silcox, and Silcox just one-hands it down. Haggerty steers it off into the corner. Woodhouse couldn't keep it in. Chasing after this Karn, he has it in his own zone. Last man back to Woodhouse. Back to Karn, deflected through center. Lead pass, good back check. As Grant was Johnny on the spot, there's Smith. Smith gets it back, Grant. Fletcher down the wing. Referees get Fletcher. Couldn't get by Grant. For Sam Taylor, as Taylor had him. Now offside waved off as they cleared the zone. Parsons at the blue line, tried to get it back towards the net, just off into the corner. Picking up. It's Curtis Grant, and then Grant couldn't get it out. Just off the end of the stick, and Kyle Henderson heads off into the corner. Parsons at 1 point. Parsons. Grant gets it. Down at full, tried to get by Wilson, and Wilson makes a nice stick play and then knocks the puck off to one side, then loses his footing and heads off into the boards. Now we're getting icing again, deep inside the zone.
Under 10.5 minutes to go here as the clock keeps ticking down.
Well, let's say, you know, you get, this is not such a bad thing for either one of those teams to get an easy third period, because
exactly.
Both got to play again today.
Yeah, exactly.
And midget hockey or under 16 is body contact, so they'll get a chance to rest. Mackey tried to get by Power, and Power wouldn't have any part of that. Up the left-hand side to Muscali. In after it is Medeiros. And Medeiros trying to get control but can't. This, it's going to be tough to pick the player of the game from this St. Thomas team.
Oh, we got an interference penalty coming up here on Medeiros, I think. Oh, and we got an unsportsmanlike.
Well, they've been warned.
Yep.
You know, that they said this is not going to happen. They just had a power play opportunity.
So Medeiros is going off for St. Thomas, and it looks like number 15, Stitker, going off.
Unsportsmanlike conduct and is a penalty.
Exactly.
Now they're playing 4-on-4 for the next 3 minutes, I believe.
Stays on 5-on-5.
Yeah.
Because they're going off. No man differential on this again.
So it's a 3-minute penalty, isn't it?
Yeah.
Coming out, Martin. So no advantage. He hurt his team by going back and doing the stuff that we all as coaches have said, don't do that. You don't get yourself in it. Dilstra.
Exactly.
Up to Fortes, he couldn't control the pass and just dumped out off the referee. By Ethan Warham. Warham still having trouble hanging on to that puck. Right wing pass. Woodhouse just missed it. Fortesi. Nice lead pass. Good try to get that thing. I believe it was Fortesi. Couldn't quite get the number. Oh, they just hammered.
Oh, we got
an interference call. As Soupy just got straight and right up, and of course that looks like interference. He didn't have the puck, didn't have anything.
Number 19, Woodhouse, heading to the penalty box here as the center fusion.
Ilscission, I think is the pronunciation. So Soupy, if you've been down for any period of time, you've got to head to the bench.
Yeah,
and,
you're getting some charging here. You could have called it anything there on that one.
The 19, Ben Woodhouse, is going to the penalty box. Boy, he rung his bell that time. As the old expression goes. Better check him out, make sure there's no... back to the blue line. There's a shot. Good save by Law. I've been impressed with this young goaltender. He's had a whole bunch of rubber fired at him this afternoon.
Yes.
Back to Power at the blue line. Cross to the right wing to Soupy. Gets back out on the ice. Very quickly took his turn out towards the bench and then come back out. Power turns and twists on this side to Ilscission. Gets a hold of it. Nice move to get into the slot, and then just lost the puck off the end of his stick. Kept in by Power on a really nice play. Back into the corner to Mercer. Mercer back to the point. Kept in at the blue line by Muscali, but then just fired right back out. Now on that puck is A.J. Power. Power in his own zone. Just turn around, take some time. Of course, the double minor means that there has to be a stop and play. And then he's tripped up. Gets it out to Soupy coming through center. He has an opportunity. Couldn't split the D, but gets around the man, and then he's rocked.
Little hold and tug there as he went through, and the ref didn't catch it, but Centrifuge got away with one there as he had a little tug on the sweater going through.
Yeah, you're going to watch it on replay. You're going to see this.
You're going to watch here. Has a little grab of his sweater right there. And they had the elbow coming from the other way, so Karn got away with one on that.
Wyatt Black got his elbow up a little bit on that play,
yeah,
but
exactly.
Time winding down now. Battaglia just moving up into the circle area.
Penalty box is emptied out a bit here.
On this side. Loose puck. Hahn has a chance. Couldn't corral the bouncing puck. Muscali takes his man out. Up this side. Muscali just knifes it back up the center. Picking up the bouncing puck is Mercer. I think Craig, and then boy, those kids are moving quick out there. I don't even catch the numbers off the back of their jersey. Just as
winding down to 5 minutes left in this third period as the Stars holding a power play advantage still. Oh, it looks like penalties are all over. So the box is empty right now.
inside the zone, trying to get it out, get the stick on it. Parsons doesn't. Of course, St. Thomas again gets control of it. Heading up the ice. Jacob Fletcher. Fletcher couldn't control the puck, and then Mercer gets a hold of it. Puck gets back into the corner. Warm. He's chasing it down. And the puck gets back outside the line. Parsons down on it. Parsons backhand pass across. That's dangerous. Already cost him a goal doing that earlier.
Yeah.
Not that particular player, but that particular team. So
Team itself.
Silcox not going to even bother going after that one. It's icing. So time continues to wind down. And it appears that Central Wellington is going to be on the losing end of this game. They can't get with the straight time. Even if they score a goal, I think it's going to be a little bit of too much of a mountain to climb. Puck gets hit behind the net, Black on it. Just dumps it back. Medeiros in the corner. Medeiros, he's being bothered. Grant on this side. Grant gets the puck coming off the point. There's a shot. Puck's deflected. I think that hit iron. Sounded like it just for a moment.
Yeah, it did.
High stick. That's nope. Blackie touches the puck. Mackey got his stick on it, and then Martin on this side to Stiger. Marmero, he gets it over the blue line into the corner. Black is on it, and Black takes his man with a little shoulder. A little bit of body contact right now. Martin, and he dumps it off into the corner. Keeping that puck, A.J. Power.
Number 10's going to be in the penalty box. Wyatt Black here. He's going to have a, they're going to call it a charging, possibly.
Puck off the side of the net. And finally the whistle goes.
Oh, they're calling it boarding.
Yep.
Could have called boarding, charging, whichever you wanted.
Well, he'll be sitting in the penalty.
And there's going to be another one coming here, too. Is he calling the second one?
That's a possibility.
On power. No, just Sticker was just chatting with the linesman coming across.
A.J. Power was a little slow getting up from behind the net. Still down, actually. So
he got taken down behind the net after taking that hit down on the boards from Wyatt Black on that boarding call.
Well, I think he's just taking his time getting up, wasting time on the clock, and there's no need to. Wait a minute. Is he getting a second penalty here?
No, no penalty at all. He's just going home for a rest.
I guess he was talking to the official on it. Why there wasn't a penalty down behind the net. Time winding down.
Possibly.
Then St. Thomas. The Stars are in control. Karn, he gets off a leg in front, getting back after that puck with Sam Taylor. Taylor out quickly. Smart down the right wing. Smart right in on goal. There's the shot. And Law gets a piece of that. He couldn't get the backhand away, but just off the end of his stick. St. Thomas again in control in the zone. Battaglia on the point. Along with Sam Taylor. Taylor takes around his man. Taylor into the slot area. There's a shot. Law makes it again.
Exactly.
Well, I've been impressed with this young goaltender.
Yeah.
He has got a whole bunch of rubbish fired at him today, and to just give up actually 4 goals.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really something. So, boy, lots of hockey going on. They won't sound this weekend. Silver Stick, both of the Julian here at the Bayshore. There's a shot on goal, stopped by number 1. Soupy. Should I try one more time? Ilchishin?
Ilchishin, yeah.
And time is winding down. One more face-off. Battaglia lost his footing. Ilchishin gets it back to Battaglia. He's having trouble with his skate. The problem is because he's gone down twice now.
Get him sharpened up after this game.
Soupy tries to center it back up, gives it right off to Warren. Warren takes the shot. Oh, heck. Yeah, nice stop by Haggerty. Is giving up that last second scoring chance. They're really pushing. Puck fired in behind the net, up along the boards to Smart. Smart Parsons can't keep it in. We're going to get the horn in exactly. There we go. Smart with the puck. Full mark. Full marks to St. Thomas. U16 team as they win this one 5-0. And there was no doubt from the opening whistle who was in control of this hockey game, Steve.
Yep. St. Thomas, and then early in the game we had A.J. Power picking up a couple goals, and I guess we know who the kid in net for Center Wellington held them in. Matthew Law had to be the player for those guys.
Well, player of the game, I think you're right, Law. Well, I was thinking the same thing earlier when you met, as we were trying to go through your mind. He had us an awful lot of rubber. He could have bought the old joke. Could have bought a whole bunch of shares in Goodyear with the amount of
isn't that the truth?
Rubber that he saw today, and made not just but good saves.
Oh, good saves as well. Yeah.
Good lateral movement, covered the net really well. Got beat on good shots.
Yeah.
Law, I think, player of the game.
Power had 2 nice goals. Yeah. Had an opportunity for more, and Law stood him up.
Yeah. And Power for St. Thomas, but I mean, you could have gone down the list of players.
Yeah.
Could have been player of the game. Battaglia, solid back on the point.
Yeah.
Smart player. Mascali, captain, same thing. Defensively, they were so strong.
They got a good squad. There's no doubt about it. And headman the puck very well.
And they moved the puck extremely well. And this was a good opening contest for it, too. But full marks to St. Thomas. I can't say enough about how they played the game. Well coached.
Yeah.
Well, good positional play. Yeah. Moved the puck well.
Absolutely.
Killed a penalty. A couple penalties that they had. Same thing. Great fortune. For I was going to call them again. For an under 16 team, boy, I'll tell you, they played well, and Center Wellington just did not have the team to match them today.
No, not today. That's for sure. So we got another game coming up here shortly. You're going to see an Owen Sound squad in this afternoon under the U14 coming up against Burlington. Well,
Burlington, Owen Sound struggling a bit in their team.
Yeah, they've lost all 3, unfortunately, and Burlington, they're a win-loss and a tie. So we'll see if Owen Sound can get something put together for us this afternoon. It
would be nice for them to win a game before not go 0-4 in the tournament. But again, folks, there's some great hockey going on in Owen Sound this weekend. Teams from all over the area that are. This team also comes. These teams come into Owen Sound, and also to the businesses, to the restaurants. They support hockey here in Owen Sound. So thank you so much for coming up and helping our community. Can't say enough about the volunteers and the Owen Sound Minor Hockey Group and how they put this kind of thing together. Yeah,
plus we'll thank the weatherman. We know what kind of weather we can have this time of year, but a balmy 19 degrees outside.
I had a friend of mine ask if emailed me last night, wanted to know if I wanted to take in a couple of rounds of golf this weekend. And unfortunately, I wasn't sure it was unfortunate or fortunate for me how much I enjoy hockey. So it is, but a last chance to get out on the links would have been kind of cool. But I'm quite happy to be where I am today. We're going to take a short break, and we're going to bring back minor hockey with the Silver Stick Tournament on Rogers TV.
Keep these for.
I hadn't done that.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
From coast to coast, all across Canada, there's something very special going on. It's time to show your support. Time to spread the word. Time to demonstrate your commitment to safe and sober driving. Join thousands of Canadians and tie a ribbon on something or someone you love. And take the time to have a real conversation about impaired driving. Mad Project Red Ribbon. Tie it, wear it, show it, share it, live it. Find out more at mad.ca.
At St. John Ambulance, we're all about community. We teach life-saving skills and provide community support through our volunteer services. All St. John Ambulance product sales and training registrations support these important services. Volunteer, donate, or enroll in a program today so we can continue to have an impact on our community. Visit sja.ca to learn more. At St. John Ambulance, we do more than save lives, we change lives.
Are you the type who would keep going or stop? It's not easy to stop when you have an addiction. Legalizing cannabis won't stop addiction. It trivializes its consumption. Let's be vigilant. If you need help, visit portage.ca.
Back to Weekend in the Rink here on Rogers Television. Steve Murley, I'm Gord Chapman. I hope you guys are out there and enjoying this weekend, not only about the weather, but also watching minor hockey here on TV, on Rogers TV. And
Exactly.
more hockey, there's all over Owen Sound with the Julie and here, Silver Stick this weekend. So if you folks, hope you'll maybe step outdoors and come in and cool off since it's so warm outside and come in and watch a hockey game. Tonight, of course, also the Attack are playing here at 7:30 here on Rogers TV.
Exactly.
And the boys will be bringing the game to you, and Attack doing very well this year. And
Yeah.
really and truly an exciting team, and quick, fast, and quite entertaining. So come on down to the Bayshore, watch that this evening too. If you can't, you can watch it on Rogers at 7:30. The boys will bring it to you.
And they've got the vaunted London Knights, who aren't faring quite as well. They got beat by Erie last night, and head coach Walters is out west there in Calgary, I believe, is where the U17s is going on right now with a couple of the kids out there. And another name from a former Owen Sound minor hockey kid, young Mark O'Leary, is coaching one of the U17 white team. So good for Mark. He's worked hard to get to where he's at with his hockey career.
Not surprised. Of course, his dad's quite a coach too. So it's a hockey family, and best of luck.
Exactly.
Out there, but got a game coming up next time, and we got U14, and of course it's the Burlington Eagles and the Owen Sound Junior Attack, and you're going to see Burlington's record on your screen.
Lost to Woolwich earlier in the tournament yesterday 4-2, and beat Guelph 4-2 and tied the Aurelia. I wonder if it's still the Terriers.
That's a good possibility.
2-2, and then back to Owen Sound. They lost to Aurelia 4-2, lost to Woolwich 5-0, and unfortunately to New Hamburg 2-1. So they've got an opportunity to try and get that one victory in the tournament this afternoon.
Well, it's hard to say what you come 0-4, but the scores are close. It's nothing that, it's not that they haven't put any effort, but
exactly.
Just, bounce of the puck, something changes. But they got a chance this afternoon because this Burlington team is not as strong as you think it is. Their record is only 1-1. And,
exactly.
So good goaltending, puck bouncing one way or the other, and we've seen these kids play before, and we've followed this team. Some good kids here that can play
over the
hockey.
years, exactly.
So we're looking forward to a good telecast this afternoon. With Silver Stick, we talked about earlier in the broadcast, the first broadcast, about what it means to these kids to come and play in this tournament. What does it mean to a coach to come this far?
Coach likes it too, because they're watching these guys come out, and you prepare the kids for it because you want to let them know that it's a big thing for them, as it is for the coaching staff and the whole organization, especially when you come back in January and say, hey, we were Silver Stick champions. And then there's not that many teams can say that, and they go out and work their tails off to get to that level. There's no doubt about it.
Well, coaches put in a lot of time and effort with practices and stuff to get these kids prepared. How do the kids deal with that kind of pressure that they have to win a game at Silver Stick, or they have to win at Silver Stick?
I think the first thing is going, depending on who the coach is, they've got to make it fun first. And if it's fun for the kids and they come out and they get things rolling, wins will come with you having fun. You watch the group of St. Thomas, the way they can move the puck. They know they have an opportunity now, and those guys have prepped all along, but you're only good as your practice. If you're not practicing hard, you're not going to play hard, and you've got to come out practice as if it was a game every time.
So I know so many coaches are volunteers. They give up their time to come in and coach hockey and give back to their communities or their hockey communities by coaching. It's not only a responsibility, but they must surely have a love for the game.
It's a love for the game first and foremost. There's no doubt about it. I mean, I started when I was 5 or 6 years old. I'm still interested in the game. I've got granddaughters I'm chasing around the rinks now to watch, and a grandson soon.
Well, we were down in Kincardine doing a junior C game on Rogers in Kincardine. Guess who's behind me is Steve. He come down to watch his 38-year-old son play senior A.
Yeah, he's come back after 10 years of not playing in the league, and then he decides, I want to play hockey again. It's not over.
He looked pretty good in the warm-up. I didn't get around to stick around for the game because I had to get home, but hockey's being played all over Ontario. And
I got a granddaughter down in North York, and they going to the semifinal this afternoon with a good opportunity to go to the final tomorrow afternoon.
So are you streaming the game or what?
Well, I'll be streaming it, just watching, because I got other kids I got to deal with up here.
Okay.
The other granddaughter's playing here tomorrow afternoon, so.
Oh, wow. It's is there a Silver Stick for women?
Yes, there is, but I'm not sure that it's at the. I haven't seen our girls play in it yet. It's usually held over in Saugeen Shores. I know that, the qualifier, though.
Okay, because I wasn't sure whether it's actually called Silver Stick or whatever. It's amazing because that's been going on how many years? And it was started because.
Well, we're 25 years in Owen Sound alone, so it was prior to that, because when we moved to town in '89, the team that, when Glenn and I, Juniper, we all know and loved, the team before that was '88. They won the Silver Stick as a major Pee-wee, which would have been about a U13 at this point in time. So it's been going on 35, 40 years at least, minimum.
And it was started off as just to have teams from Canada and the U.S. play together.
Exactly.
I can't remember who the guy started that. Terrible. I used to know that, but I know it's been years. I apologize. I'm getting older.
Yep. And then they developed into minor. The minor team was always your major age of that, whatever your group was. And then I believe the first year that we were coaching as a minor group, they held the minor qualifier down in Newmarket, I think. We might have even hosted it here for a period of time, but the finals for the Newmarket were there for the international side of it. And you got some teams come up from the U.S. even on that, in the minor age groups.
So, folks, it's big. It's a huge thing in Ontario and Michigan, and teams come from all over.
Well, there was teams in the U.S. side coming from Chicago. I remember that at some point, sometime, and when it didn't seem to be as financial, teams from the U.S. would come down from Alaska at some point in time. But I can't say that in today's world for the expenses these folks have to put up now.
But again, too, folks, great hockey being played here this weekend by kids from all over the province, and we showcase our town and our arena, and full marks to the Owen Sound minor hockey group, and all the volunteers, and of course, volunteers that look after Rogers too. I mean, we've got kids on the cameras doing a great job, and of course, our producer Mark Perry in the control room. I was going to say the truck. I'm in
down in the control room now, exactly.
And but in the control room, and what a great job those guys do. And first class show. And you watch these games and these camera guys, they're as good as anybody in the province.
Yeah, exactly.
So the full marks guys, they're good to have you out this afternoon. Silver Stick Hockey, Owen Sound Junior attack, Burlington Eagles 14. This play is going to get underway. We're going to turn around and have a look at the ice surface. And Burlington, I think, are black and gold, and looking at Boston travel uniforms by the looks of it. I had to say Boston for a good friend of mine who's quite the Boston fan.
Well, we'll see how they do tonight in the beloved city of Toronto.
Yeah, I know. They got a one-game win streak Toronto has now. So
well, and where Boston has had a tremendous start, and it's pretty nice to see right now.
Well, it's kind of interesting to see also too, as Youngstown Junior attack are out there on the visitors bench for a change, and not on. They're playing their red uniforms, and looks like Tamati Douglas is going to start in goal. And number 31,
little Tamati,
Brandon. Tamati Douglas.
And is that Lahi
Brennan. Sanford. Puck goes off his stick. Right down the right wing. Puck is up behind the net, chasing after it. Bonterra. Ty Bonterra out there. Puck in the slot. Picked up by Jacks. And then off. Fry has it, and he just dumps it down the ice. Whistle goes. Changing up all the way around, both teams. 40 seconds gone, not wasting any time.
No, that's for sure.
Under 14, so that's about, these guys are 13 years old, more than likely. What we used to call major peewee, if I'm not mistaken.
Somewhere in that vicinity, for sure.
So, face-offs come outside the blue line. Same crew out there doing the refereeing. Burlington Eagles. Puck is in the corner, tried to center it out front. Puck comes along the wall. Tack finally get it out. Pass up the boards. Loose puck to center. Chasing after is Rayner. Rayner down the right, not getting back as I shoot. Scores! Rayner gets the goal. Got that puck just outside the blue line, took it inside, cut across. Little backhander and beat Brennan.
So goals been sparse for the junior attack, but you're going to see young Rayner come down here and puts a backhand right on by Brennan to give the junior attack a 1-0 lead here in 43 seconds into the game.
Oh, early it was. That's what they basically needed. Puck along the boards. That's Paget. He just got it into the zone. Tack get it out. Off Ferreira's stick. Laughlin. He turns in his own goal. Got to be careful back in there. Forechecking on it. It's Cameron Thomas. Out along the wall. Kept in at the blue line. Shot off a leg. We don't have number 9 on our score sheets. We got to figure out who that young man is. Coming out through center is Wyatt Fry. Fry has a chance, gets a shot. Knocked down by Brennan. Owen Sound Junior attack.
No name bars on the back of the sweater, so that doesn't help us.
No. Foster at the blue line. He gets the puck, tries to dump it back in. Could be a high stick call. Nope, didn't hit. Along the boards, Ed Kirju. Puck along his side. Evans. Evans tries to get it up. Kept in at the blue line. Here comes the Eagles through center. Number 9, Evans. Chase Evans gets the blue line and just whistles that one wide, low on the ice. Desmond Creamy couldn't keep it in. Kept in by Ed Kirju, has a chance, couldn't get the puck through a maze of white jerseys. Right on the, picked off. There's a shot right at gun goal. We don't have the number for number 16 either.
But we have a goal there.
Yep, we do.
2 minutes and 40 seconds into the game, the junior attack have taken a 2-0 lead in this game.
Well, this is kind of a surprise because they haven't had many goals in this tournament.
No,
and,
they had 3 up till now, and they're going to see number 16 here. He just whistles it high and off the blocker, but you're going to see that Rayner coming in from the right side again. It looked like it might have been.
I think it was number 14. Cameron Thomas might be the one. Was a double digit anyway.
The tucked in sweater.
Up through center. Tack.
Burlington's going to get a minor penalty here if the junior attack don't score a goal. There we go.
Well, I'm surprised that they didn't get the goalie out of there, but of course maybe they saw the last game and saw the fiasco that happened.
Due for interference.
14, and that's not sure we got him on our sheet either. Well, one of the folks, we have teams that come in and sometimes...
No, 16's in the penalty box, so that's
Noah Van
Hoeklum.
Yeah.
Awful close anyways, right, Gord?
I think so. In behind the net, having control of that puck is McLaughlin. Didn't get it out. There's a screen shot coming from the blue line. And then dumped down the ice. It's unfortunate we don't have the names and the numbers of these players. Ferreira at the blue line, then he just dumps it out. Kept at the shot pass, a nice play up top along the board. There they go, just gonna dump it down the ice as they're killing this penalty off. 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining. Cross this side, and then through center ice, off the stick of Jacques. Owen Sound is on the power play, and they're having trouble gaining the zone. Finally, he goes in deep. Attack on it. 26, 20, Desmond Preemy, he tried to get it around. Comes up the slot, there's a shot. Nice stop by Brennan.
Maybe at the end of this period when we have that little short break, I'll try and find an Owen Sound representative to get these numbers for us.
Well, that'd be kind of cool.
That was number 9 and 16, I think, right?
I think so. Right, at the blue line. In behind the net. Eagles. Just Johnny on the spot, take it back, get that puck out. Peardew on a chance. There's a shot, just a weak shot. No trouble for Brennan. Loose puck in the goal crease. There's some bouncing around, and the Eagles can't get control of it. Attack. Peardew has it again along the sidewalk. Tried to center it out. Just gets back to point. There's a shot. Good stop by Brennan. His Kai Bonatera just let her go from the point. Nice wrist shot.
Yep.
I think the idea was get it on goal and see what happens with the puck bouncing around in front. 4:58 remaining here in the first period.
Watch behind you guys. Penalty's over.
Puck in behind the net. And then out along the wall come the Eagles. Just dump it out. Scotty got some legs. Going to head down to the app. Gets an icing call on it. It's number 95. Matthew Boona couldn't get position, so they would wave it off. Looks like Dan's refereeing now, and Michael's the linesman.
Well, Dan's out here. He's a line. They're just both linesmen this game. Back to one referee at the U14 level.
Ah, exactly. Okay. One referee sometimes I think that's better than two. In front. Tries to center. There's loose puck in the goal crease. There's a shot just wide. Couldn't control it. We'll find out who number 16 is. Michael Vanderkamp coming down the run side.
That was 18, wasn't it? Whoa, hello.
Sanford. There's a shot. And using that big glove to Matty Douglas.
Yeah.
Owen Sound Jr. attack.
4:10 to go here in the first period, and
I remember these kids when we started out with them playing 8-year-olds, sometimes under 8, under 9, or whatever it is now, under 10, and now to see them play at this level, it's kind of cool to see how they have developed over the years. This is not a bad team. It's just that they doesn't have enough bounces, I think. They're playing very well in this period. Little back pass through the leg, right, picked up the loose puck. There's a shot off the leg again. It's Gomos. He had a chance. Puck goes off a glove in front. Tyson Scovemos. And it's just drilled in behind the net, up along the wall. The attack had it, tried to tap it out, couldn't. Now they're playing a little bit of keep away. That road hockey thing that they always do. Loose puck in front, nice play. It's stolen, brought back out. There's a shot off a body in front into the corner. Picking it up on this side, Farrar. And McLaughlin couldn't keep it in, comes back. Going to change it up. Puck on the left wing. Number 12, we need a name for it too. Puck goes down the ice to Ty Foster. Foster just slides it up the boards to Jacques. To Kirju. Trying to get the puck along the board, stolen by Evans. Evans in the corner, trying to dig it out. Kirju gets it. Send it right up front, there's a shot. Brennan right in position to block that. Good play by the junior attack. Kirju back to get the, can't get it out. Then it's dropped back off into the corner. Kai Bonatero trying to chase it down. Ty Foster, his partner on the blue line. Up to Jacques. Must have forgot his other sock.
They're all that way. The whole team did it this year.
I noticed a couple, but I didn't see them all doing it. But
yeah.
Changed up. Buna has it. Buna at center ice. Passed it up and gave it away and picked up as Zoldi. Zoldi has it. Zoldi. Up to Henderson. Henderson. This side. Morrison. Pass it back and picked up by Will Wright. Back up 2-0. 1 minute remaining in the first period. Nice pass up along the board. Sinclair catches up to it as it just was short of his hockey stick. Sinclair still fighting for it and gets it back out to the slot area. Shot off a stick in front. It's 91, Jaden Jansen knocked it down. Jansen tried to pass it through to Wright. Wright was nicely checked. Here come the attack, losing the puck in their own zone. Can't do that too often. Scubomosi. I'm going to get that pronunciation yet too. Back along the boards and up through the left wing, and Mr. Anonymity shoots it in. Got to find it out. Number 16 is too.
9, 12, and 16.
Zachary Sanford. Famous name in this part of the world. Stolen by Rayner. But Rayner couldn't get the shot on goal, and out come the Eagles. In their own zone, the Eagles. And then on his knees, knocks the puck into the zone as Matthew Hammond was knocked down. There's a nice play coming back by Wyatt Fry just as the shot was taken to knock it away, but would never have got to the goal. So Owen Sound up 2-0 here at the end of the first period, and full marks to the junior attack as they've struggled in this particular tournament. And of course, we added earlier with having some problems. Their last game was a 2-1 win that they lost and played well, but just didn't get rewarded for their play. And It's really cool to see these kids develop, and they've been playing a number of years together. Tammany Douglas is starting in goal, of course, for Owen Sound, and had a very strong period. And we're getting set to go with the first period done, and the face-off, of course. The red jersey will be coming on our left, and our right will be the Eagles, who are still getting some last-minute instruction from coach. Getting set for the 0-3 face-off. Almeida is going to be the center. McLaughlin on 1 point. 21 is Fiera on 1 wing. And on the far wing was going to Jaden Jansen on the left wing. Wyatt Fry wins the draw. Fry chasing after it, and that was Jacques. Nice pass up along the boards, picked up by Almeida, but he couldn't control it. Puck comes back outside on it. Jacques, and Jacques just dumps it up. Jacques again, knocks it away, tried to get in going. Almeida through center to right on the right wing. Gets down, goes around Kierju. And chasing after that, and Jacques on the left wing, tried to get it back out, couldn't keep it in. It was Fiera, and Fiera's just going to dump it back in, clear up. On it is Montera, and they're going to call offside with 6 seconds, with actually less than a minute in this third period, the second period. 2-0 in attack. And face-off just outside the blue line. Over on this wing, Goldie. Goldie has it. Nice play. As Rayner down the right, he's got a goal this afternoon. Kept in at the blue line. There's a shot. And number 11, we didn't get him either, so we were missing him. Down the right wing. That's number 15, Brochu. Somebody got taken down, no call there. Tack trying to get it out of their zone, dude, just off the end of the stick. Still can't keep it out, kept in by Evans. Evans just dumps it off into the corner. And back in behind. Brochu gets it back to the point. Brochu again, trying to set it up. No Van Hickelum. Chop, score. Deflected in front, I believe it was 57, got a stick on it. And that was Seth Padgett, but good shot from the point, good stick, and we got a 2-1 hockey game with a little over 2 minutes gone, a little under 2 minutes gone here. And you see the puck come back out to the blue line. And that's number 25, Preemy, and he just gets it, and it's 57. That Seth Padgett gets the goal, as he got a stick on and deflected it.
Yeah, looks like it. So we got you some numbers there, Gord, with names
I see
now.
that. And these are all kids we should know, because I don't know how they didn't get on the list, but thank you so much, Steve, for doing that.
No problem.
Rosa in the corner, dumps it back out, couldn't handle it, as Matthew Hammond put along the glass. Eric Foot in the corner, Zach Sanford. Then across this side, Preemy couldn't keep it in. Brochu gets it out. Tack get control. They're in the slot area. Had a chance, a little dump pass. Dump it back in front, right into the goal crease, and then going to be dumped down the ice. And not taking a chance is Douglas as he puts that big paddle down. Here come the attack. Down the right wing. On the puck. McLaughlin gets it out. Fires it down the ice. Big 68. Almeida in on it. Puck comes back outside. Out the blue line, Zach Sanford, the attack steal it, in on goal, but a man free, couldn't get a stick on it, but good pass, tried to get it across to that open man coming down, good defense. Almeida down the left wing, Try to cut it inside. Dumps the shot, loose puck. Bounce off into the corner. No call there. I thought they might get one. There's a shot cleared off by Douglas into the corner off that blocker. A little bit of pressure from the Eagles. Track trying to get through center off the stick of Darren Jacks. Puck back inside. Laughlin has it. In behind his end. Puck comes into their zone off the skate. Of course, that's Fry. Wyatt Fry. There's the shot. Oh, that just missed.
Yeah, Ty Foster.
I
shot
believe
from the
it.
point.
And I think it was slightly deflected. That's the other thing, because that puck started to drop real quick. But it was wide at the blue line and fired in behind. Chasing after was Wyatt Fry. Knocked down at the blue line. But picking it up is Seth Padgett, who's the goal scorer for the Eagles. 2-1. 5 minutes gone here in the second period. McLaughlin at center tried to get it forward, couldn't. Bothered nicely. And number 16, Barassa. Or actually, it's Chris Sinclair. Here comes the attack through center. Fired it in. Looking after that base shore bounce. That's what we were looking for. You could tell they do that. They know what the boards will do there, and that puck come right back out in front. And the attack couldn't capitalize on it.
Henry Hepburn just drifted that off the boards, and just a beautiful bounce back in front of the net.
In behind the net. Michael Barras. Got to get that puck out of their own zone, and they do. Nice lead pass up the right wing to Michael Barras. And then he's going to take the pass. There's a shot. Couldn't get a stick on it. Being bothered. Good defensive play by Desmond Preby as they come back to true center right. Brochu coming down the left wing. Pass the ball right on the stick, and fanning on it was Nora Van Hoekaloon. Puck bouncing, kept in by Preby at the blue line. A little bit of pressure. There's a shot. Good save by Douglas and knocks it away. Back to the blue line. Evans on this side takes the shot. Douglas making two good saves right there. And now we're going to get a body check.
Saw the elbow out on that one. Unfortunately, they're calling it a head check on that one.
Well, I don't know whether it should be that, but I'll tell you, one thing was I thought it was a pretty decent body check, but
yeah,
can't do that.
The elbow up in the into the helmet, so Junior Tack's going to go down one as they.
Well, 2-1 hockey game. This is a big power play right now for Burlington.
Eric Crook going off for 2 minutes or less as he get called for the head check.
Burlington needs to win this game too to get to the semifinals. So. You had a chance, I'm pretty sure. They fired off into the corner. On the power play, a little bit of body check still going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Burlington, this is a big game for them. They're down by 1 right now as they need to win this game to advance into the semifinals. And it's 2 divisions and best 2 get there. Oh, nice move. Fire. Shot it. Right in on goal. Put it right over the top of the cage. In the corner. Knocked away. Kai Fontera. Got a power play. And he's just going to do the right thing. Get it down the ice. Going to get a scoring chance on it while he's at it. So
yeah, exactly.
a shot on goal. Sometimes those long ones like that are difficult to handle for goaltenders. Right, up the center to Padgett, who's got the 1 goal. Padgett gets knocked off into the corner. 51 seconds left in the power play. Puck comes back out to the blue line, fired right back in, chasing after Padgett. And just squeezed out to get the puck on this side, chasing after Kurju. And he takes his man out. There's a shot right on goal, and Douglas is there. Rajane on the spot is Almeida trying to get that puck. And 34 seconds left in the penalty, and of course The Eagles on the power play. One goal game right now. One shot could tie this up. They win the draw, comes back out to the blue line. Just decides to dump it off into the corner. Off Caden Zoldy. Zoldy covering McLaughlin. Chasing him back into the corner. Ty Foster makes his man move. There's a shot, going to take it down the ice. Gets it out. Good play. And there's a funny bounce. That was a long shot. Douglas had trouble with that. Along the wall, McLaughlin. Here's a chance right on the goal coming out of the box.
Oh,
great stop
Eric
by
Crook was stoned by young Lougheed Brennan on that one. Coming out of the penalty box.
Eric
and
Crook.
Without that center line there, you're going to see Crook come in all by himself. And he knew where he wanted to go. But look at that glove. Lougheed Brennan, Johnny on the spot on that
he's
one.
going to have nightmares tonight for missing that one, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
He had a chance. Great play to get that puck up to him, coming out of the penalty box. And, well, good play all the way around. Can't complain about that. Foster in behind his own net, trying to handle the puck. Having trouble. He's got two white jerseys bothering him. Foster gets control of it. Or pardon me, that's Jacques. Up along the wall. That came out. They got to clear it up. Ty Foster in behind the goal. Has the puck. Try to get it up along the wall. Hammond is going to keep that bounced over his stick. Hammond trying to get in on a goal. And of course, that's Michael Barrasso too. Here they go down the right wing. Right. And he just whistles it wide. Puck comes back out to the blue line and fired right back in by Sanford.
The other Sanford's not playing today, I don't think. Let's see Barron out there today. Oh, nice little goal. As Tommy Douglas stretched out and it just went through the 5-hole. Great spot.
Well, I'll tell you, that was a pretty goal by Matthew Hammond. And
going to see a bit of a giveaway here. At 16, Hammond comes in.
Oh, it just slides under, and Douglas had good movement across the crease.
Is that Van Hoekaloon, 16, is it?
Matthew Hammond, I think, got the goal. No, Matthew Hammond was the one that set it up.
Yeah.
Yep, you're right. No boot. Van Hoekaloon.
So we got a tie game here with just under 6 minutes to go in the second period.
In after that puck is Van Hoekaloon. I think he got the goal. Back coming up, getting out of their goal, out of their own zone. The Eagles have changed momentum. Couldn't control that puck with Wyatt Fry. Puck goes down the ice, chasing after it is Owen Cook. Cook. Back to the blue line, there's a shot. And just missed deflecting that was Desmond Creamy. Fry. One too many moves.
Yeah.
He couldn't get by Desmond Creamy. Matty Douglas had trouble with getting that one when there's a centering pass off the side of the goal. Come back out to McLaughlin. He just fires it right back in. Chasing after it is Thomas. Thomas couldn't get it out. There's a bounce check there. It bounced off. I had no call on it, too. I guess you could do a little bit of board stuff.
Well, there's hitting in this game. This just would be the old. It's 14A. Let's leave it at that.
Eric Crook gets the puck out. The big captain, big number 8, McLaughlin, had trouble getting it out against the forecheck. Up Barrasso going in on the zone, going down the right wing, Yes, he did. There's going to take the shot. Does. Thomas block. Matty Douglas made a good stop on that. Here comes the attack out again. And Stolen Jansen just gets it and shoots it right back in. Strategy looks like right now, shoot it in, Chase.
They're going to call it. Too many
ice.
men.
Yep.
Right at the door. It's the unfortunate call.
Well, that's the one thing about this arena that you have to be aware of. That back door is inside the blue line. And they changed up. And they got too many men on the ice. Now he's not got a question about it. Offside, I guess you'd say it should be offside. It shouldn't be too many men, but nope. He touched the puck inside that line, and that's the call. No doubt, coach isn't happy about it, but that's the way it is. Owen Sound on the power play. 16, Michael Barraza on the forward line, along with number 9, 19, Christian Sinclair. Puck comes back to this side of the ice, center ice. Little pass by Fry. A lot of red jerseys trying to dig it out along the right side here. Finally dug free by Sinclair. Nope. Thought for a moment he had it. They were digging it out again. Loose puck at the side of the net, trying to set it up. Somebody in the slot. Gonna come around this side. There it is. Couldn't get good wood on it. Kept in by Montera at the blue line, but he had trouble, and a man on him. They just dump it down the ice. Chasing after it, Ty Foster.
He played the puck for fuck's sake.
Good play by the Burlington Eagles, and now we're getting
another penalty to Owen Sound this time. So that power play advantage has been killed. His boarding call going to number 3 to Ty Foster.
It's not one that you want in your own zone.
No.
That was not one that was necessary, and nullifies that power play.
Yeah, exactly.
And in a minute and 8 seconds, the Eagles will go on the power play. Nice play at center. Got a chance at partial break. Heading down there to Wyatt. Fry just put it over the top of the net. But a good play to get up ice. Fry. Heading down this side is Brody Almeida. Puck into the goal crease. Loose puck. Finally got it clear. Comes back to the blue line. Fired in by Tapson. Or Preemy, pardon me. And finally, Tanati, he gets it and slows the play down by stopping it. We got 2 minutes and 15 seconds here in the second period. 2-2 tie. Eagles in attack. Eagles, of course, from Burlington, and the attack from junior attack from Owen Sound, Ontario. Struggling in this tournament, got a 2-2 tie right now. Had a 2-0 lead and allowed it to back to the blue line. There's this block and scores.
Looks like number 21 from the point, Matteo Ferreira. I don't think anybody
that had it, but I got the numbers mixed up. Apologize anyway. Matteo Ferreira.
Uh-oh. No, you can't come out, buddy. It's 4-on-4. So at 12:52.
So it was
point shot
good
range.
Shot.
Thomas T. Douglas never even saw where that was coming from. There's so many guys in front of him at that point, unfortunately.
And Burlington goes up 3-2, and you can see momentum is starting to play for them.
Yeah.
That's 3 straight goals, and seems like once their goaltender decided to stop, I believe it was Eric Frook on that breakaway coming out of the penalty box. It's been all Eagles in this second period. 1:46 remaining.
The Eagles going to go on a power play here in 2 seconds.
Padgett couldn't get his hand on it, but Jason After, 93, gets there as he gets that loose puck. Go Mosey. And again, we'll apologize for pronunciations of some of these names. We get the score sheets, and hopefully for game time and do our best. Off the boards, fired down the ice. 25 seconds, remember the penalty. just a little over a minute in this second period, and it's not been a good period for the Owen Sound Junior attack as they've given up 3 goals. And the goal scorer, then Hukaloon. And he's touched. There's the shot. Douglas makes a good stop. Puck bouncing off, and got to get it out of that zone. And Bonterra does. Gets it up to Kurju, has a chance, and it's offside, didn't get out. Ty Foster didn't get out as he had a scoring chance in 2-on-1, but he ended up just, you can see head coach was asking about that one.
Yeah, both teams have killed off the penalty, and so here we go. It's last minute of play in the second period.
Great comeback by the Eagles. They were down 2-0. You come back. We were talking about it earlier. You just cannot sit on it. You got to continue to move it. 36 seconds left in the period. Chance chasing in. Barasa had it. Luke almost got it through that white wall. The defense has played so well in this second period. Loose puck bouncing around in the zone. Prima has it. Not much time left in this period. Finally, they get it out. Dumped it down the ice. Jansen, little backhand. Off a stick in front, and boy, that almost gave up a scoring chance.
Exactly.
Just going to get it out as the time is winding down. Well, they did blow the whistle. I thought they were going to do face off with about 0.08 seconds left, and the score guys just let it run down.
So Owen Sound had a 2-0 lead coming into that second period, and then Burlington picked up 3 goals, all unanswered, of course, in the second period. We're going to have to see what this Owen Sound team is made of here coming in the third period if they want to get that one victory here in this tournament today.
Well, this whole tournament, they've been snake bit. You look at the scores, 4-2. Now, the 5-0 they got it handed to them. But 2-1. It could be anybody's game.
Exactly.
Both the 4-2. Who knows if I didn't see the game, so I didn't know the last. Could have been an empty netter, but you're in the game of those things. It's just a matter of the puck bouncing, and then as the game goes on, time becomes a factor.
Exactly.
Now here they are with 3.
Burlington themselves with a win-loss on tie, 8 goals and 8 against, so we know what they're made of.
Burlington needs to win this game too to even get to advance. So
if they Aurelia has still got a game to play here right after this one up at the rec center, and so they've got 5 points already. Burlington needs to win to even have an opportunity.
Goldie across this side over to Cameron Thomas. Thomas could get it, steal it in. Puck comes back out to the blue line. Out to Ferrara as he drives it back in. Got a beautiful goal and a long shot from the point. Here come the attack. Coming out, that's Zoldi. With Sinclair, Zoldi tried to put it on Sinclair's stick, and the pass was a little behind. At the blue line, McLaughlin. McLaughlin just tried to pass it. Nice defensive play by Christian Sinclair as he got his stick on it to stop that pass from Van Hoekelewood. Sending it right out in front. Good stick. As chasing in after it was number 16, and he couldn't put it in, and that was. He had the chance of this Ferrara again, off the body in front. Back outside. Ferrara. On the stick of Van Hoekelewood. He was heading to the bench. Puck goes back into the corner. Getting on, and it's Ty Foster. Foster got it up the wall. There's a long shot. Douglas just steered it off to the corner. In behind the play. Eagles twisting and turning. Sanford on the blue line. Doesn't move up the pinch. Right through the wickets of Barasa as he was coming through the zone. Changing up part of the attack. Got to do a little forechecking. In deep to Sinclair. Trying to get that pass. The center's out front, nobody there. Excuse me. chasing after that puck as it's fired down the ice, and we're getting icing by Burlington, and we just wanted to make a change, I think. It's not like the attacker or anything above junior A.
No.
They can change up after the play, so. Face-off deep to the right of Brennan. He gave up 2 goals in the first period and has been shutout hockey since that point. Attack need a break, they got to get one in. 2-on-1 break, here they come. Ben Hukalum had a chance to just put it wide of the net as that 2-on-1. Attack on the puck, trying to get it out, can't. Good forecheck by the Eagles. Fry got a chance to get around the man. Fry. And then he's knocked down off the puck. Fry gets it up, gets it again. A little bit, tried to back pass it in front. Loose. He has it, gets it back to the point. Shot back to Fry. They said that was Owen Cook got it. And here come the Eagles again down the left wing. That's Scamosi. And chasing it down is Owen Cook in his own zone. Gets it back outside to Jacques. And Jacques tried to get it across ice to Sinclair. Sinclair gets his stick on the puck. And Zoldi couldn't handle it. Almeida, he has it in the corner. Tried to center out front, does. And just eases that puck by this. Wasn't much on it, but good scoring chance off the stick. Got to get out. And he did. And going to be icing, but I don't know whether they're going to call this or not. Yeah, they are. He just waved at us, so I guess they're going to call it.
Exactly.
Time now, believe it or not, it's 11:14, but time is now starting to be a factor. Owen Sound has to get a goal.
Yeah, exactly.
And if they want to even have a chance of winning this hockey game, it's a 2-1 game. They played relatively well. There's a shot off a leg in front and into the corner, and that's McLaughlin. Takes his man. And up along the boards to Jaden Hansen. Then he couldn't handle it, and puck was bounced and just whistled wide there. Flares are trying to keep that thing in. They do, and they don't. Right along on the line. Finally it gets out. Attack trying to get it through some legs and finally shooting it down the ice. William Cato. And this is going to go down the ice. Probably going to be another icing. Maybe not. You're going to wave it off? Nope.
They nursed it.
Well, got an icing call anyway, and we're going to go to the left of goaltender
Wahi Brennan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I gave up those 2 quick goals in that first period, and not that they were, but he shut them down in the last little while. In front. Oh, he couldn't get the back pass to him.
Couldn't get it
he
over
had
the
him
fly.
open.
Exactly.
Brody Almeida, he loses the puck at the blue line. Attack right back on it again. Going to do a little forechecking. Hammond in his own zone. Hammond gets it along the wall. In. Attack have a chance. Fry in on goal. Oh, he missed. Now they tried to center it up. Little backhand move. Boy, I'll tell you, Brendan was good on that one because he got that big pad over. There's a shot bouncing. And then Brendan's finally just going to slow this play down.
Wow.
That's the best shift the attack have had in a while.
Exactly. Yeah, like Brendan gave up those 2 goals in the first 2 minutes and 40 seconds, and he's stood up ever since. Here we are in the 3rd period with just under 5 played in it.
When Eric Frook came out of the penalty box and then got that breakaway and he stopped him cold, there was a complete shift in the way that the Eagles came out and played. And I think that was a turning point. If you had to have a TSN turning point, that would be it. So I don't think I'm supposed to mention another network, am I?
Sportsnet, maybe.
Oh. Sportsnet, maybe. Sportsnet moment. 3 on 1. Into the slot area. He couldn't get the pass over to Colton Henry. Colton Henry Hepburn. And as they had a 3 on 1, Scamosi. Oh, nice play.
Nice play.
Took the man and separated him from the puck. Puck comes back on the blue line. There's the shot. And Douglas right there.
Yeah.
Good position. Got that puck to hit him square in the Owen Sound attack logo.
Yep. Yeah, it's too bad the kids had a good opportunity at 3 on 1. Just couldn't get it to lay down to where they wanted to.
Douglas has played a good game. He's given up 3 goals. He still played a good game. Time becoming a factor, 8:54. Attacker got to get one soon because this is round robin. There is no overtime and no shootout. If they want to win this one, they got to get 2 in the next 9 minutes. Another nice play through center. Joshua Rayner. Rayner's going to take it in himself. Rayner gets him out. His man can't get. Then loses the puck just at the side of the net. Sinclair into the slot. Loose puck. Finally, Brennan just puts the big mid on her stick or something and keeps it out. Good rush.
Rayner would come down by himself on that right side and just couldn't get the finish he wanted.
But they're not sitting back on their laurels. They're going to try and get this thing. This is deflected in front. Brennan got the big mid, knocked it down. As that puck came off the stick of Rayner. Face off again. Rayner wins the draw, gets it back to the point. Off Rayner's stick in front of the net. Out of this side, Montera just dumps it off the board. Rayner again. Puck on. Good D. Novak couldn't get out. Finally across ice. Montera misses the pass. The puck comes right inside. There's the shot and missing. And I think Douglas got a piece of that and knocked it off into the corner. That happened so quick, I wasn't sure. Puck around behind the net.
Penalty going to be called here against Burlington by the looks of it at this point in time. Here comes Douglas out of the net. And we're going to see a penalty called, an interference call against the Burlington Eagles.
Well, this is what they didn't want this part of the game. They're going to have to kill off the next 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And
Brandon Brochu going into the penalty box for 2 minutes or less as the junior attack have an opportunity to get this thing tied up.
And this is a big power play. Because not only is it big, but for your own Sound to get a score goal to get. But I don't think the Eagles can afford a tie.
No, they can't.
They want to advance. They got to win this game. So this
tie does them no good.
So this gives some drama early, late, started in the late part of this third period. Dumping it up through center. They're on the power play. They should be carrying that thing. They shouldn't be just dumping it. They should be take it. They're down. Junior attack. Nice lead pass. Just gave it away right in their own zone as Fry was coming out. Got to give it to the open man. Here they come again. That's a good play. Now they get it up to Fry. Good pass. Fry's going to take the shot off a leg. It hits off a stick and up over top of the net. Kept in at the blue line. By Morris, and there's the shot. Score!
It's your tie game. At the 8:27 mark of the third period.
Number 16, and that's Michael Barassa, I think, that got the goal. Going to see the Rogers replay. Shot from the point. Caden Morrison.
Is that 16?
I think so.
Michael Barassa. You could give the generous assist to, was it number 17 or
actually it's just
Ty Foster at the point, wasn't it?
no, Caden Morrison, number 7. Give one of the assists anyway.
Yep.
Here they come again, the attack. Got a little life. Up to number 17, Cade Zoldi, and he couldn't get it over the blue line. Here they come down the wing. That's Van Hoekaloom. I think I've had 4 pronunciations of that name, but one of these I get it right.
Ricochet puck.
So Matty Douglas just puts the big mid on it. Played well, the young man. Even though he's given up 3 goals, it's you should be keeping track of the kind. We used to, one thing, Miss Glenn Juniper here on a Saturday afternoon, and that's one of the things he used to do during the game. When he was a color guy, kept track of the shots. So. Fry tries to get it by the defense. Gets a shot just off the back of the net. Fry gonna try to check it, but couldn't. The puck comes right through. Almeida down the right wing. Almeida has a chance. Tried to center it. Does. He scores. What a beautiful goal.
Matthew Boona makes it a 4-3 game with 5:27 to go.
That you can't draw it up any better than that. You're going to see Almeida come down the right wing.
Almeida comes down the right-hand side. He takes a look across and he sees Boona. Boona just tapped that thing home. Not a whole lot of chances for Tommy T. Douglas on that one.
That's a gift.
Yep.
Wrapped up and underneath the Christmas tree. That was a beautiful play. And almost way beyond their years when you think about it. Pretty sharp. Puck comes bouncing around in front of the net. Jack trying to get on it. In deep behind his net, Zachary Sanford. Sanford got it up along the wall. Chasing after Morrison. Cross ice Hammond takes a long shot. And just off the boards, and I think off the glove
off
of
the
Douglas.
Board,
hey?
You know, off the dasher board, yellow dasher board at the top.
No, I thought Douglas got a glove on that, but I could have been wrong. So
4:54 to go here in the third.
Well, time is now. We talked about a factor, and then they tied the game up, and just a textbook goal, catching that winger coming down the left side. Tape to tape, and boom, Eagles ahead, 4-3, offside at the blue line.
Yeah.
Eagles just basically got to do is just get it, dump it in, Chase, and just to make them make the move. And as the old coach, that's what I'd be doing.
That's what they need to do for sure.
Puck off the board, stop. McLaughlin just has trouble getting it by the. Whoa. Rayner got rocked. I don't know whether Rayner tried to do it or whether. But right back up on his feet. That's the best body check we've seen today. Jansen through center. Jansen cuts back inside. Jansen bothered by Foster. Nice defensive play. Ferrari, he makes the stop at the blue line, drives it in past. Trying to chase that puck down is Brody Almeida. He's the architect of that 4th goal. Finally, Douglas.
No. Don't be tied up by my goalie.
Almeida should get a penalty for that. And I'm sorry. That I've been a proponent for a long time in hockey from pros down that if the goaltender's touched, it's a penalty.
Yeah.
If they're in that goal crease, don't slap. Because all it does is end up with all the pushing and shoving.
Yeah,
and
that's where you get it. That's for sure.
And I don't care what level it's at, whether it's under 10 or NHL, that as soon as you touch the goalie, whatever reason, even if it's a face wash with or the snow wash.
A little spray, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eagles in their own zone. Move the puck around nicely to get it out. And then muscled off the puck a little bit by Darren Jacques. To the blue line, then fired right back in. And Brennan had to make the save. Is Eric Crook.
I'd be keeping that clock running.
Yeah, I hear you. That's 3:07 remaining here in the third period of the second game here on Rogers TV, and the Silver Stick Tournament coming from the Bayshore Community Center. There's hockey being played up at the Julie too. So, folks, if you want to take in this tournament this afternoon or tomorrow, there's games all day tomorrow. Rogers will be here. We'll be doing the 4 games, final games tomorrow, and they'll be played next Sunday, I think. Mark is correct, and so you can tune in to find that. And all the play from the attack to the center. All by his lonesome. Tries to center it out in front. Guess he'll just get back. Can't do it. Kept in. Foster. Foster lost it as he changed direction and just went off the end of his stick. On this side, the attack. Wonder if we're going to see the goalie come out. Off the skate. Sinclair trying to take it down. Ross. Loose puck, chasing in after it. Is William Cato, and Cato couldn't handle it, and then it just tried to clear aside with Montero, and here they come again. They got caught on a change if they can move it down. Goldie moving around, and then he gets checked as he didn't get any help. But Goldie again gets it. Got a nice pass up along the right wing. Stop. Sinclair tried to get around his man, get something fancy. Eric Crook on the blue line, dumps it right on the good solid check.
Stood him up, didn't he?
Yeah, Goldie just, yes he did. Good body check. I didn't think there was any hitting in this division, but there certainly has been some nice checks today. Almeida again, stealing that puck. Turns in the circle, takes the shot, loose puck. He gets dumped and heads off to the corner. Pereira at the blue line. He'll just safely put it along the glass into the corner. Try to get it back out, attack it. Loose puck, 3-on-2 if they can get it started. And that's Ed Kierger. He just fires it and is off the blocker into the corner. Goaltender is now out, 35 seconds remaining in this period. Got a chance, chasing after it is Morrison. Back pass it. Tried to get it to the net, can't. Missed him with the pass, can't control the puck, waving it off. 25, and that's Preemy as he is behind his goal. 13 seconds, got to get a shot. There's the chance. No, not going to happen. Long shot going to go just wide. It's going to be icing. 3 seconds remaining in the game.
They got 3 seconds to play spoiler.
Yeah. Anything can happen at 3-point, but they got to win the draw, and it's got to. The puck has got to go to the net. And you line up 3 guys in one side. Like, I mean, they should be lining up. Never mind the points. Move the guys into the right.
Yeah. 3 seconds, you're not going to do it the way they were set up.
There's the horn.
Well,
the Eagles win the game, and Owen Sound unfortunately loses this game 4-3 after play. What we were talking about earlier in the period and earlier in the game is the fact is that they played well enough to win this game today, and come on the short end of the 4-3 score. So
Aurelia is up there playing at the right now, I believe, at the rec center.
And yeah, it is on. So it's basically one of them. Mark wants us to turn the light on, folks.
We got a burnt out bulb, I believe.
One is burnt out, so we're going to be a little bit in the dark, and that's not the first.
Oh, we got some shining heads. That'll help.
Yeah, right. They could see us anyway, if not with the black shirt. that's burned out. That's usually a good line.
The Rillies are playing right now up at the rec center, and they have an opportunity by a tie will put them ahead of these guys for sure. Right now they're tied. Who knows what's going to happen?
Well, that's one thing about tournament play. You have to do it in the all. You got to have.
Exactly.
If you got a 4-game round robin, you got to win 3.
Yeah, exactly. For sure.
And then it's anybody's game after that. 2-1 could you get you in? Then the other rules come in. It goes spin.
Yeah.
You know, so it's all that stuff that comes into play. And but this was a good game. Burlington Eagles full marks. They were down 2-0 in the first period. Came back, tied the game up. But the turning point to me was when Brennan stopped. I believe it was number 9.
Eric Frook came out of the
penalty box.
Yeah.
And then the game changed.
Exactly. He had a great opportunity, and Brennan put that left-hand glove out, just stopped that one dead. And as you say, it did look like it turned the game around for them for sure.
Well, the whole of the momentum just changed. They figured, you know, and then the next thing you know is they slowly chipped away.
Yeah.
Full marks to Burlington. But then again, too, the Owentown Junior attack. Tamati Douglas played really well in goal. Yeah. Josh Rayner was good. Yeah. But Lockie Bennett kept his team in the game.
Exactly, for sure.
The goaltending.
Yeah, and that's what happens in short tournaments like this.
Well, it's tough to pick a player of the game for Owentown Junior attack, so
let's say Douglas, because he kept them in to try and get that extra goals, because the ones that he stopped, that 4th goal that Burlington scored, that was a tape-to-tape goal, no chance on that one. The goal that they put Burlington up 3-2, that shot from the point, I don't think he saw that thing. It was right on the ice. Yeah. There was a whole pile of traffic in front of him.
I thought Douglas played really well, too, and I'm surprised you picked him. I kind of looked at you to see what you would think the way that I do.
Yeah.
Many times we do during a game, but Douglas, obviously, when they started to pick up the momentum, the rubber was coming fast and furious, and like that 4th goal was textbook. You can't draw that up any better than that. Tamati Douglas, player of the game, Owentown Junior attack. I think Brendan. Let's go back to goaltender. I was looking at Brendan because when they got down 2-0, he shut them out.
Yeah, he let those first 2 in the first 2 minutes and 40 seconds, and after that, he just closed the door.
And that save, like I said, changed the game. But he did give up that one power play goal. But they come back and Van Hoekaloom, they came out of the corner with that tape-to-tape bang. One of the nicest goals I've seen this year in minor hockey. And full marks to the Eagles. Good luck.
Yep, exactly.
I hope you do well. We're going to be back after a short break with the 3rd game on Rogers Television. And we'll do a little analysis of what was going to happen before it starts. Steve Murley, I'm Gord Chapman. We're here on Rogers TV.
Your mouth can do a lot of amazing things. And your mouth can save a life.
Hi, I'm Tom Wong. I'm just one of close to 1,000 Canadians in search of a stem cell match. We need your help.
A simple swab is all you need to register on the National Stem Cell Database. You could be the one to save a life. Find the hero in you.
Donations to the War Amps have a lasting impact on amputees. Today, your support gives them the artificial limbs and resources they need for everyday activities and learning to live with amputation. Having access to our essential programs helps amputees prepare for tomorrow on their road to independence. The War Amps is committed to improving the quality of life for Canadian amputees, but this wouldn't be possible without you. To learn how your donation helps, visit waramps.ca.
Hi, I'm David Sherman, host of Politically Speaking on Rogers TV. Join me for my next show where my guest will be Rick Byers, MPP for Bruce Grey Owen Sound. Politically Speaking on Rogers TV.
And welcome back to Weekend at the Rink with the Owen Sound Silver Stick Regional Tournament. You've got a U10 game coming up here with the New Hamburg and Woolwich Wildcats. Gord Chapman will be back here momentarily. The two teams that you're going to see this afternoon with Woolwich and New Hamburg. Owen Sound, New Hamburg has no wins to date, where Woolwich has got 2 wins and 1 loss. It is here. New Hamburg lost 2-1 to Wellington, 4-3 to Sarnia, and 2-0 to the Collingwood Blues. And then in the Woolwich has come back, and they lost to Collingwood, but came back and got a couple of victories over Aurelia and defeated the Owen Sound Junior Attack 8-0. This is a big game for Woolwich, as if they can go on and win this game, they're going to get themselves a bye into the semifinal. As both these teams in the third game of this afternoon is on their regional Silver Stick tournament. These two teams probably know each other quite well, not too far apart geographically, playing in Tri-County hockey as well as the Owen Sound Junior Attack. Not sure about how the Junior Attack, we've seen their team earlier, and they're just having some struggling putting the puck in the net. With the only teams that we haven't seen was a U12, and Owen Sound did not have a team in the U12s this tournament. And the Junior Attack and that U14 we just saw couldn't play spoiler, and on this one, so we're just going to throw off to break for a couple minutes and be back to see the final game of the afternoon between the New Hamburg squad and the Woolwich Wildcats. No.
With clubs, leagues, and courts in every province and territory across Canada, squash is the sport for wall-to-wall fun, fitness, and friendship. From coast to coast to coast. Learn to play and you'll want to do it every day. Squash. Play inside the box.
I am Audrey.
And I'm Leah.
Leah inspired me to play hockey. The War Amps has helped me by giving me my devices I need to play hockey.
Audrey has an amputation similar to mine.
What does yours do? The stick clicks in it.
My device from the War Amps allows me to shoot a lot better. It rotates like a wrist, which helps a lot with shooting and stick handling.
When I score a goal, I feel really happy.
Every year, dozens of Canadians are killed or seriously injured because they take risks around railway tracks. Talk to your loved ones about rail safety. Visit stoptracktragedies.ca.
Here we are, weekend of the Rink and Owen Sound Silver Stick Tournament here from the Lumley Bayshore Community Center. And J.D. MacArthur Rink, and boy, with J.D., I'd be glad to see the minor hockey that's going on now. So
absolutely.
If he's still around, we're not in the dark, folks. We have paid our bill. We just burned out a light. So if you don't see us as well as normally, one light that is here is it's reflecting off our foreheads. So you would think that would light up the room, but
there you go.
What could I say? We got another great game for you this afternoon too. This is the under 10. These are the 9 and 10-year-olds. And New Hamburger and Woolwich Wildcats, welcome to our Telegrass. The folks have been sitting home watching it this afternoon. Thank you for letting us come into your living rooms. For those that will be streaming this game from Woolwich and New Hamburg, the families back home, if you're watching the games, hello from Owen Sound. We got a good one coming this afternoon.
Yeah, for sure.
Both these teams are 3-0.
Well, actually, they're 2-1 is the Woolwich team. New Hamburg is 0-3. In order to even for Woolwich to get anywhere, they've got to win this game, as Sarnia and Centre Wellington are already 3-0.
How did I blow that? I mean, I thought they were. I thought we were in a conversation that I never make mistakes.
But it's an interesting game right now, as Sarnia and Centre Wellington are probably going to be playing against each other. There's only one loop in it. There's 7 teams in this grouping. Yeah,
so it's hard to basically figure out where they got to win. That's about
that's all they can do is they can win. You have to win and just see what happens with the other two.
So it's their result is not in their hands.
No,
but they have to win this game.
Exactly. Yep. And Owen Sound plays at 5:30 against Centre Wellington, and Sarnia is going to play against Collingwood. So pretty tough odds against one of these teams even qualifying. Woolwich qualifying.
Wow. Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, here we go. That's what tournament play is all about. You talked about that earlier in the telecast about that particular part of the game, and I was saying, well, they got 2 games to play in a day. He said that's what you got to do, and you got to be up for every game to do well in these tournaments. You got to have at least a 3-1 in the round robin, and to move on. And the competition is fierce.
Yeah. So the top 4 right now are Sarnia, Centre Wellington, Collingwood, and Woolwich. So if Woolwich wins, they're going to get themselves a battle against one of those top 2 teams. That's for sure.
Yeah, so Woolwich, there goes the horn. We're getting set for another game here at the Lumley Bayshore Arena. And actually, the reason why I said they're both 3-0 because he influenced me.
Oh, so, here we go.
So what can I tell you? He'll probably make the blooper tape.
Well, that's all right, too.
Yeah. Anyway, here we are. Of course, it's the New Hamburg and Woolwich Wildcats. Woolwich is going to be to your left in white. And, of course, the New Hamburg team in the black and gold.
Oh, is that black or is that blue, like the old Sabre sweaters?
You know what? You're going to have to tell me, because when it gets to shades like that.
It's a dark navy, that's for sure.
All right. I'll tell you why after. To me, I'll be honest with you, that looks black. So does that tell you a question? Does that tell you something?
It's dark.
Yeah, it's dark. Are you sure that's blue?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Baker on one wing. Barber right beside him. That's center ice. Lyon. And now they're... that changes that up. Vogel is now on the right wing. 16.
We got it all on here.
Woolwich gets control of the puck. That's Vogel. Takes it down into the zone. Vogel along the boards. And he's being checked by his counterpart, Devin Jackson Barber. Puck comes right back out in front of the net at the point. And I think we got another one of those Cam's, I think that's a brother. Cam, Remember, we did Woolwich already, and Cam Shinyi, I think it is, so is number 2. So if I blow that one, I apologize. There's a shot from the point, deflected in front of the net.
There's a nice save.
Habersmill gets 16. It in.
Habermill.
He had a chance. Of course, that puck was bounced out in front, and first one, Jancy got it, but finishing that off.
There you see Habermill on the right-hand side of the net. Puck comes to him, he gets it, and he just flips it right over. Gets a second opportunity. He was on that second chance. Don't give up on the puck.
Yeah, Andrew Jansen made a good stop the first time around, but gave up the rebound. And it's now 1-0 Woolwich Wildcats earlier in the first period. Puck at center. Bailey tried to get a hold of it, couldn't. Tried to make the play. Puck comes outside blue line. Chasing after it. Got to watch. Sometimes we can't get the numbers, so we're hoping we're going to get that name across the back. Marin keeps it into the corner. By Spencer Martin. Pass up along the boards. Didn't get through. Baker has a chance. Oh, he winds up to get that one, but just whistled it wide. Chasing back across this side is Bailey, and Bailey can't get it out, does it? Woolwich, good pressure. 2-on-1 right in front. And Baker missed it as that pass was right there. As a stick went over top of it. Loose puck, chasing that down the ice. Colton Bailey. Bailey has a partial break. Martin running him down. Good back check by Martin to get in the play and then steal the puck. I think he was just out of gas because now he's heading to the bench. Woolwich down the right wing. Baker gets by Thomas. Now Thomas has control of the puck as it's tapped back up to him. Thomas got it up to Pickersgill. Abate. That must be a hockey family too. I think we saw one of those in the last game. So
yeah.
Frey. Puck along the blue line. Pickersgill, he makes the play and he's almost given away in his own zone. There's a shot just wide of the net. Not much on it, but it's off into the corner. Trying to center out is Woolwich. And then the puck is just dumped along the boards. After it is Ranburn. He couldn't get it out. Woolwich again. Try and get it on net is Fry. Hit a stick in front. Here they come. Radburn, right on, picks up the loose, gets a pass across and chasing after that puck. Good try, good heads up play, just missed of breaking forward. Come right back to the goal crease on that centering pass. And Strauss has it at the blue line, gets it back across over here to Ciccato. Ciccato up to Thomas, or to Radburn. 1-0. 4 minutes gone here in the first period. Chasing it down with Vogel. Vogel tries to get in front. Loose puck, bounces over the stick of the New Hamburg forward. And now we got it offside.
Just under 4 minutes, just 4 minutes played in this first period. As the New Hamburg squad going to have a face-off just outside the Woolwich blue line.
6:02 remaining here in the first period. Face-off won by Habermill, and he's got the goal. Tried to dump it back off the boards, chasing after it and getting through there is Devin Bogle. And Bogle loses the puck to Thomas, and Thomas got it out. Chasing it down. Who's going to get there first? Number 15, and that's Aiden Lyon. And Lyon looks like there's going to be a penalty out there now.
Exactly.
And it's going to New Hamburg. Puck goes back into the corner, chasing after it. Jackson Barber. Or pardon me, Devin Vogel.
Got a tripping call coming here to the New Hamburg squad with 5:23 to go in the period.
Why is it, Steve, that they don't allow parents in the penalty boxes anymore?
That I don't know. We need a volunteer in there of some sort to get these gates open and closed for them.
Yeah, because I mean, we used to remember back when we used to be able to have a parent in the penalty box.
Exactly.
Open and close the gates because sometimes it's, especially at the younger ages when those you can't make that mechanical thing work sometimes on the top, or they open the door.
New Hamburg Huskies, Gord. I just found out their nickname.
The Huskies.
Yep.
How come we got the? Oh, that's right. We don't have that.
No, I just looked at the scoreboard for ours.
Okay. Power play. Baker in behind his own net. Baker trying to center it out. Baker still on the puck. Baker tries to get into the shot to the point. There's a shot knocked down in front. Didn't get it out. Krimmer has it. Centered it. Almost got it through. Nice defensive play by number 18, Jackson Rowe. And finally getting it out. Rowe just knocks it down the ice. Changes up. Puck in deep. Getting around this side. Baker has it. Baker. Couldn't control it. And then Ciccato at the blue line. Bothering those forwards from the Wildcats. 52 seconds left in the penalty. Stealing that puck is Wendell. Wendell makes a nice move around his man and then just gets checked at the blue line by Collison. Collison still has the puck at center ice, off a stick. Chasing the puck down is Wendell. Huskies having a really good job killing this penalty off. And we're getting a whistle. I'm not sure what for.
Must have been an offside, but what else would it be?
I'm not sure. Because I didn't even know what the whistle was.
No.
So, but I mean, obviously it's outside the blue line, so could have been a glove pass, could have been a number of things there.
No. So 3:48 to go in the first, 25 seconds left in the penalty to the Huskies.
Chasing after it is Collison. Collison gets it up along the wall, tries to get it up to number 11, and that's Frey. And he couldn't do anything. Road night. In front, there's a shot. Good save.
Chase for future. Feather.
Feather got that. Or Futher.
Yeah.
That was a good stop, too.
That was
a good save. It surprised me they got on so close. That Logan Quiller had a chance. And you see who's playing. Andrew Jency is playing goal for
the Huskies.
The Huskies. I don't know whether he was down there just stretching, I think. So Adlin Lyon wins the draw, gets it back outside. There's the shot and just off a body. Penalty is over. Ciccato, puck gets by him. Chasing it down to Stratus. He stops. And he's checked. And they both end up in a pile at center ice. So puck bouncing around. Barber. He couldn't get it out, and then the puck goes back in deep. Wovich on it really fast. Then fired along the wall. Picked up by Radburn. Radburn has it, can't get it out. Frey just knocks it right back in. Into the slot area. On Johnny on the spot. It's road night. And he just missed the net with it. Stealing that puck in by Nolan Strauss. Strauss has it. Tried to get it through the circle, couldn't. And just fired the puck high and wide.
Jack Frey just missed that
open net. Did he ever? Jack Frey had a golden opportunity. Coming up the wing. Forced outside, good puck in the slot. There's a chance. Couldn't get good wood on it. Loose puck. Still bouncing.
Loose.
Still loose. You're right. Trying to get it out. Abate just bounced over his stick. Chasing after it, Ciccato. Abate's there first. In front, nice knock. Right back out to Vogel. Vogel has a chance, shoots it high over the top of the net. That's right. Shoot it over the top of the net. You got to hit the net with it. So.
Yeah.
But the play was good. Just not rewarded. along the goal line, trying to dig it out down around the right side. Here they are, they get it out. Finally, with that puck. Colton Bailey. Bailey with Lyon. Lyon got a chance, takes a shot off the glove. Up further. Back to the blue line, kept in. Little back pass, nice play. There's a shot from the point. Scores!
And a little bit of a ricochet, so we have a tie game here with 53.5 seconds to go in the first period.
Nolan, actually it was Colton Bailey at the point and gets it.
You're going to see this shot come in from the point. And it just changed direction right there on the goaltender. And
maybe Lyon got a piece of that.
Yeah.
Because he's turned around looking and he said, doesn't matter. Just at the end of the first period with 50 seconds to go, it's a 1-1 game. There's a shot got from the point, but just knocked off into the corner. In behind the net. Hamburg. New Hamburg. Out to Mielke. And he shoots it right back inside. 24 seconds in the period, and we're going to get our first break. Right on the stick, but just missed Bailey. Bailey going to chase it down with Kim Shindy on his tail. Up along the wing, not much time, and there goes the horn as Vogel gets dumped by Thomas. And just as the horn went, so I guess they're not going to give him a penalty for it, but
no.
Boy, it looked like it was. Weekend at the rink, Owen Sound, Silver Stick Hockey, and of course the championship games are tomorrow. And Ken Williams and I will be doing those games tomorrow, and we're going to have mostly playoff games in the out. They're going to be significant, and but they will be televised next Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. And Mark, and so you can next Saturday and Sunday, and you can tune in and catch those games, or for those that are streaming, you can catch them on Rogers.ca, I think it is. So sometimes we should put that up on our screen, but so I can remember what it is. But 15 minutes of second period action coming right up. U10 through center ice, and that's Klemmer. Klemmer has a chance. Klemmer, there's a shot knocked off into the corner. 1-1 tie. Wildcats, Hamburg, Huskies. In behind the net, Hamburg has it up along the boards, getting it out. It's Jackson's Asapardi. And he couldn't handle the puck as it ends up into the corner in behind the net, chasing it down, and that's Baker. Baker looked like he was going to try and wind it up and bring it up, but he was stopped at the blue line. Ciccato just throws the bait back into the corner, need the forecheck. On it is Baker. And then getting a hold of that, Jackson Asapardi. Tried to center it out. Wowich.
Could be an icing here.
But icing is the call, and boy, I tell you, I guess it's really important to win this game. I guess Wowich really has to win it, so it's.
Yeah, it's going that'll determine who they would probably play in the semifinal tomorrow morning. All semifinals tomorrow morning, and then the finals, all the four finals here tomorrow afternoon, as you say, with yourself and Kenny Williams tomorrow afternoon.
So 10 o'clock, both tonight and starting, I think, 10 o'clock tomorrow morning are going to be the playoffs. And I wouldn't be surprised some of the, so it's there's a lot of hockey being played here in Owen Sound. Road night. Off the end of semi-final games are starting at 8 a.m. tomorrow, so it's going to be a full day of hockey. Also here at the Bayshore and at the Julie. So we'll be getting, there'll be a lot of hockey in the game too. The attack play tonight, 7:30 here on Rogers TV. Mark and Zach going to bring it to you. Coming through center, but gee, Puck stopped. Chasing up the ice. That's Radburn. Radburn trying to get around his man. Mielke is there. Radburn centered it out, but tried to put it through the goal. Clean Jancy just put his big mid on and stopped the play. Or pardon me, further. Jancy is the new Hamburg goaltender, so, but he was in that net just a minute ago. So.
Yeah, we just flip the ends this time.
Oh, okay. Did they do that in Silver Stick hockey?
Apparently.
Oh, good.
13 minutes to go here in the second period. And you get another game tonight.
Yes, I do. Going to head down to Kincardine and do a Junior C game, so good fun. Couple players from the Owen Sound Minor Hockey. Sanford's playing on that team, and
yeah, his brother, he was supposed to play in that other game we just had previously, and he didn't see him out on the ice today.
Could have been ill, possibly, but there's a shot on the glove. Good stop.
And I would imagine their father, Curtis, will be in Toronto watching his two goaltenders tonight in Toronto.
Two goaltenders?
Well, you see who Boston gets to take out first.
Yeah, I assume he will be there.
Curtis Sanford, new goaltending coach of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Curtis is just extending his career still with the NHL, which is nice to see.
Well, getting promoted from the outside minor hockey group is quite good.
You better believe it.
Of course, Curtis Sanford played in minor hockey and also played for the Attack, and he was a Platers.
And the Platers as well. Yeah.
Solid career. Great goaltender. Puck comes back out to the blue line. Woolwich trying to get it out of the zone. Little move. And that's Jackson Rowe. Rowe had a chance, but just off the stick and out to the... You can tell they're under... Well, little body check there. Good play, and then gets the puck out. Woolwich on it.
Guess that's what we call incidental contact.
Is it?
In this loop.
Come out of the penalty box. There was that too-many-man penalty because of the position of that door.
Yeah.
In the last game, and gotta be aware of that. Bailey trying to dig it out. Then Bailey knocks it down. Kremer tried to get a hold of it. Finally. You sure that they're not black? Puck bouncing around inside the zone, chasing after Margaret, and he has a chance to do something with it. Can't. Almost too many men on the ice there, too. Again, the door at the other end. Tried to turn it inside. Good defensive play by number 7, Spencer Martin. Woolwich. Coming in on goal, Reed Margaret's. Margaret's had a chance to get a shot off the body in front. Losing that puck. Finally, Woolwich gets a hold of the Wildcats. Up along the boards, kept in by Kohler. Kohler digging along the boards with Strauss backing him up. Entirely Strauss backs out. Klemmer winning the battle for the puck. Klemmer in on goal, takes the shot backhand. A good stop by Jancy. He got those legs closed and slid to the side and knocked the puck down. In behind the net, trying to do the wraparound was Klemmer, and he couldn't get the puck there. Out along the boards, trying to backhand it out. Too many men on the ice. There were 6 players, but that one just leaning against the boards, that Baker Tilly sign, and letting the man out the door. He can't do that. Mielke in behind his own zone. He's going to just slide it up the boards. Nice pass. And then overskating that puck with Baker. Strauss having trouble in his own zone. Finally does get control of it again, brings it up the ice. Strauss. And then Cancini, he just knocks it off into the corner, and then we're getting icing.
He didn't realize he had all that time.
No, he didn't. 9:02 remaining here in the second period. A 1-1 tie. It's anybody's game right now. Wildcats from Woolwich and the New Hamburg Huskies, U10 division. Face-off deep to the left. The goaltender. Chase further. Puck back along the boards this time. Rodenite just overskated, then it dumped right back in. Chasing after it, trying to center it out. Are the Huskies. Strauss keeps it in. Over McKnight's stick. Lyon steals it. Strauss has a chance, gets a shot just wide from the point. In on the pass was Barber, and Barber couldn't handle it. Here comes Weiderman. He's coming right through center. Weiderman's got a chance. Weiderman, and nice defensive play at the blue line by Chicado. Chicado made a nice play as Thomas lays down, knocks his man down. Barber up. And we're going to get the stop and play because...
Looks like maybe a possible injury here.
Abate is...
Matteo Abate, yes.
Just laying there on the ice. And I hope he's not seriously hurt, but...
Did not see the contact there. Trainer out checking to see what's going on with it. And we're going to see it here. Abate's number 17, and there he goes there, and it looks like he just went down awkwardly on that left knee by the looks of it.
Yeah, he's staying out there.
Looked like it took a little bit of a buckle on him as he went down.
Yeah. Hopefully he's okay. He'll probably be back out the next shift, but I better just have a look at. Trainer's gonna look at him. He's still sitting down on the back bench where the coaches stand. In behind the net, and they're probably in behind the bench. Is an area that they can stand on to get a little higher so they can see the game. So, especially when the junior A players play and they can't see over the players. Here they come, and that's Woolwich through center. Lead pass, and just knocked off into the corner by Jancy. Another puck.
Connor Shantz just couldn't get a stick on that one.
Up along the boards, Bremer. Chance actually just knocks it into the zone. Number 11 is Benson Radburn in behind his own goal. Radburn's going to wind it up. Yep, he is. Here he goes through center. Cross it. Going to take it through Radburn. Overskates the puck. Martin on it. Martin couldn't get it out. Radburn heading back to the point. There's a shot off a leg of Wegman. And the puck comes back out. Keegan Baker going to take it coast to coast. Baker's going to cut back into the slot area. Being cut off nicely by Strauss, and just gets a weak shot, goes by the goal. Coming back outside. Try to get it out of the zone, can't. Chasing after it. Number 14, and that's Reed Margetts. And then taking that puck, Kempchinyi knocked it around this side. Strauss at the blue line. Waiting for it off a leg. Strauss gives it off. It's number 14. That's Reed Margetts. That takes a shot. Funny bounce. Scores!
Margetts
off the stick, off the face mask, off the back of the net, and you got a goal.
Exactly. Margetts there at the 8:44 mark of the second period.
You're going to see it on your replay right now. It's
Margetts comes down the right side. Jancy gets a piece of it, or Chase further rather, but it went off that blocker up and over top of him.
Well, it also hit the crossbar and up underneath and down. And I thought it was his face mask, but seeing the replay, you could see it hit the top crossbar and bounce into the net. So he had it played well. It just luck of the bounce. Margetts again gets a chance to come in on goal. Can't. Gets it up to Windle. Windle in behind the net. Centered right back out in front. Strauss decides that there's a bouncing puck. Wide open cage. Couldn't get a stick on it. Tried the wraparound. Further is.
He had his back to that one.
And he had the pad
up to the post.
Had enough sense to do that. I mean, that sixth sense that you have is you got to watch it. There's number 31. Chase further. Further, I guess. It's not. There's no R there, so
no.
Further, then they come back out. Right now, Radburn. Earlier in the game, it was Woolwich was all over the New Hamburg Huskies, but the Huskies got a 2-1 lead, 5 minutes remaining in the second period. Anybody's game still.
Oh, yeah.
Chasing after it down the road is Benson Radburn. Radburn just puts it behind the net. Up to Jason Barber, and Barber just gets it out. Now Radburn gets hooked as he tries to slide by just at the red line. And, I thought there was going to be a penalty, but it was just to clear the zone. Chance along the wing. Chance being bothered by Lyon. Bailey after him. Or Kohler, pardon me. Sent it right back out to Weidman. Weidman takes the shot, hit a leg. Overskating the puck was Radburn. Radburn's had a couple opportunities to go the length of the ice with that puck, and it just seems to not quite get there. He's got some skills. There's a backhand shot, steered to the corner by Euther. At the blue line, the Kohler just got it, and then he loses it and then picked up by Herbermeyer. Herbermeyer's got the goal for the Wildcats. Weidman overskates it. Bailey has a chance, couldn't get around his man, and I tell you, that was a great play by Herbermeyer to knock that puck away on his stomach. Picking it up is Peggerskill, and they're just. Chansey just made, Further just made the save. Back out to the slot. Couldn't get the puck. There's back up, and that's Pickersgill. He takes a chance. Pickersgill had it. Strauss in his skates. Strauss trying to. And then picking up the loose puck with Pickersgill in his own zone. Couldn't get it out. They let it go. There's a shot just wide. As Weidman had a chance. Just going to dump it up ice, change it up maybe. Nope, not this time. Pickersgill going to forecheck. Little slide pass up the side, and they're just going to ice it.
No ice.
Well, it looked like it should be.
Well, he's ref saying that he touched it somehow. Slight change of direction, as the saying goes.
Puck in the skates of Strauss. Pardon me, Chicado. Woolwich with a little bit of pressure. In behind the net, Chicado. Up along the wall to Wendell. Wendell can't get it out, just fired right back in by Creamer, I think. Having some problem with it, got to be careful. Now they make the changes.
Uh-oh, here we go.
In on goal, that's number 14. Maggot again, and he, good stop by Further. Another shot off the body in front of him, just about got his stick on it, was Wendell. Finally, Woolwich gets control in their own zone. Tried to dump it out along the boards, kept in by number 14, Reed Margits, who's just been all over the ice in this period. Got a goal, too, on top of that. Loose puck at the side of the net, tried to jam it in, was Margetts. And he tried to get the puck again along the boards. Great shift by that young player. Up along, couldn't handle it, and it just almost got too many men on the ice too. I believe Dan was looking that one. Weidman on his own, coming through center, drops it off to a body. Body just takes the shot. Chansey just stops it, picks it up, and stops the play with 1:14, remember. And his time is winding down.
Hey, we'll stop the clock, guys.
And the whistle had gone and the clock was still working. Coaches didn't see it because otherwise they would have been
all over it.
Yeah. Loose puck in the slot area trying to get it down, and Lyon heading out to the ice with Shantz lost his footing. Down the boards, trying to dig it free. I still think they should be blowing the whistle with that stuff going on. I guess I'm the old school. Now they want them to dig it out and keep the play moving. And there's the shot, bouncing around the front there. And Jancy makes the save as that puck was bouncing around in front of the net. As Kamshini had a chance to make the play, and wow.
28 seconds to go here in the second, with the Huskies holding a 2-1 lead right now.
Well, well earned too, because Woolwich had control earlier in this game, and then they tied it up. Barber on the ice for the Huskies.
We got a hooking penalty coming here to the Wildcats with 16.6 seconds to go.
Hooking is the call. And
number 10, Braden Clemmer, going to the box for 2 minutes or less.
And the faceoff going down to the far end, and 15, 16 seconds on the clock. They can do something with this. That center's Lyons. He's had a very good game for. Loses the draw as Baker wins it, gets it back. Kohler has a chance to try and get it on the net, and then Kohler's checked. It looks like this time is going to wind down. In the first part of this part, Baker has a chance, and he's only got 2 seconds. Got to shoot it now. Oh, if that one would have counted or not? What'd you think?
Yeah.
But Jancy made the save anyway.
So we're going to start the third period with the Wildcats down a man for 1 minute and 43 seconds.
Well, it's New Hamburg surprised me. I was looking at the Wildcats and the way they were playing. I thought they were, for the first period, were the better team. But from about the 5-minute mark of that of the second period, I thought that the New Hamburg started to play better. Then got the tiebreaker and 2-1. I thought the first goal was.
They got the penalty on the wrong side of the clock, so just remember that. It's not the Huskies short-handed.
True. There's the shot into the pads. And Further's been had a good goal too, game 2, because he's made some really nice stops.
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
Chicago on the points along with Strauss. Lyons at center. Lyons loses the draw to Baker, but then Baker loses the puck right in front of the net. Strauss going to take a shot at the goal, but I think it just was to keep it inside the zone. Tried to center it out with Lyons. Loose puck in the goal squeeze. Still loose. And they couldn't squeeze that one between the two of them. Big number 4, and that's Chicado having trouble with the puck in his own zone. Finally Kohler gets it out. Lyons. Collison gets it on goal. Had a scoring chance, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And they're killing it off, and Jancy had to be Johnny on the spot for that. Even though the shot wasn't that hard, it's those soft ones that could give you all kinds of trouble.
It was at the net, that's for sure.
51 seconds left in the Wildcat penalty. Wildcats did a nice job killing it off. Spent more time in the offensive zone than New Hamburg. Chasing after it. Aiden Lyon. Lyon scores! Pardon me, that was
Jackson
as a party.
As a party.
Oh,
gets
got
the
that
power play
one.
goal.
I looked up and I thought it was a great goal because that's what they needed. They put.
You're going to see as a party just outskate number 7, Spencer Martin, as he comes down and just found enough room over that right pad of chase further.
I thought it was Aiden Lyon because I thought when he went over the blue line, though, I saw his jersey and the 9 looked like a 5. And so, but Jackson has a party. I'm telling you, that was a beautiful goal and well earned. Huskies get the puck on into the slot area. Has a party again, digging it out. Radburn gets control, takes a long shot, goes by the goal. Fanning on the shot was Margetts as he had a chance. Pressure by the Huskies. Radburn at the blue line, he keeps it in. Frey's got a chance. Chasing back after him is Kohler, and Kohler makes him shoot. Now Aiden Lyon. And finally, Jancy gets the shot and makes the save. Changes up all the way around.
Yeah, exactly.
It's been a good afternoon of hockey down here at the Lumley Bayshore Community Center. There's some more games at the Julie tonight, or round-robin games. So if you want to watch hockey, and it doesn't cost very much to get into that arena. And the sight lines are not particularly bad, but great rec center, and that's where some hockey's going on tonight. And this has been Silver Stick coming here in Owen Sound Regional, and they have celebrated over 25 years of nice stop. As Jancy makes the save, loose puck around the side of the net. That's what you don't want to do, is pass it out in front. They do. Kramer takes the shot. Score!
There it is. Weidman takes that shot from the point.
That's Weidman. And Kremer, I think, is the one that seems to be doing the most celebrating.
Might have deflected that shot of Weidman's.
Well, we're going to see it on Rogers.
Weidman takes a shot here from the point. And there it is out the outside, and it looks like maybe Clemmer might have got a stick on that thing.
Well, he was...
Hard to tell from that angle.
He seemed pretty excited about it anyway. 3-2 hockey game. Abadi scores! Boy, that changed it
just
pretty
like
quick.
That.
Mateo Abadi got in on goal. Boy, is he excited.
14 seconds later, they came back to tie this game up.
Back-to-back goals when it appeared that the Huskies from New Hamburger were in control.
Here comes Abadi down the left side. He breaks towards the middle, gets around, and he went cross body on young Andrew Jancy.
Well, Jancy didn't stand a chance on that one because if he had played him to go further wide, and he brought that back. Icing being called. Now this is a hockey game. We got 11:57 remaining in the contest, and 3-3 tie. Woolwich coming back with 2 straight goals here in the third period, back-to-back, and answered the 2 goals that the Hamburg got. This one in the last period, one in this period. So 3-all down the left wing is Radburn, and then he gets stopped, chasing down his minute. Losing that puck, over skating it with Barber. Or Bailey, pardon me. And it's offside.
Road Knights winning ahead against Clemmer.
Clemmer had control of the puck, and it was offside of the blue line. You said Knights, Road Knight went in. Got in front. Puck along this side by
Road Knight getting in early again.
Continue has it. Chasing out after it. Of course, Jackson has a party, and he's got a goal too. He's got the third one in front. There's a shot. Scores! 14, Reed Margetts gets his second of the afternoon. Or maybe it's number 11, but I thought it was 14 that took the shot. But I think it's Benson Radburn, to tell you the truth. Comes back outside. Nope, it's number 14.
Margetts with his second goal of the game.
Margetts gets the second goal of the game, and boy, I'll tell you, it seems like right now who's ever going to put it at the net is going to count it, because puck bounced off the stick of Margetts. Has a party. He's got a goal this afternoon. Up to the blue line. As a party, got a chance to come in. There's the shot. Good stop by Further.
Off the stick and just buried up into his pads.
Well, as a party had a chance. He was nice down the left wing, makes the play. Well covered by Chase Further. Out to the slot area, puck bouncing around. Picked up by Lyon. Lyon takes the shot, Further makes the save. Here they come again. This is Woolwich. Baker down the right wing. Baker had the puck bounce off his stick, and then he gets it, knocks it back in. Chasing after his Collison. Then he just dumps it back into the corner. After it is Chicago. He has it. Chicago brings it up along the boards. Baker. There's the shot. Jancy. Right into the midriff. They made no mistake.
Yep.
Stopping the play.
Clemmer getting the shot off that right board. Clemmer directing traffic to go out there. Where does he want everybody?
True enough. 10:20 remaining in not only our game, but our afternoon telecast. This has been live here on Rogers Television. This is sports exclusive, and we certainly hope you folks have been enjoying it here on Rogers TV on a Saturday afternoon. I know I'm certainly enjoying it because I'd be out raking leaves if I wasn't doing this hockey game. So.
Not raking leaves in that wind, I'll tell you.
No, that's true. Hopefully it'll blow off my front lawn and next door neighbor will have to clean his lawn tomorrow. Puck inside the zone, then just kind of flipped up into the boards.
Into the bench.
Into the bench. Nice catch by the coach. And, well, he gave it back. I thought he might keep it, but he gave it back, so. Face-off is going to be in deep because it was fired outside the rule in hockey. It's been changed over the last number of years, and that's well, it's been like that for a while, that the face-offs goes to the circles or the dots, but never in open ice like you used to.
Nope.
Sometimes it'd be top of the circle or wherever the puck went out, which I thought was okay. I like that better than because it goes out and it goes off a stick. You got it. Road Knight, he gets the shot in the leg, but couldn't get the puck, just sitting there. It was Kremer, or Spencer Martin, pardon me. Frey, and it's offside. Number 12, Mason Road Knight, I think, was inside the line, and
that's a couple of times he's been caught inside, unfortunately.
That'll kill draws, and 4-3 here, the Huskies over the Wildcats, and of course the Wildcats from Woolwich and New Hamburger is home to the Huskies. He's gonna have to
go,
play.
buddy. Oh, move it, boys.
The referees were telling him to move it as Further tried to stop the play, and I can understand why he wanted to do that, but and then it got free. Strauss chasing after it as they called for icing. Now they'll change up all the way around. Time becoming a factor, although we just had a huge number of goals, 3 goals within what?
1 minute and 3 seconds.
Oh, the stat man got her all there. I don't know how much the exact time, but wow, that's fast.
Well, Woolwich scored their 2 and 14.
Kremer has a chance right on his. Kremer shoots, scores! Ties it up 4-all.
Braden Clemmer with his second of the afternoon on the breakaway.
Well, Jancy just about got that as he got a piece of it, but it did end up sliding through the 5-hole, and you'll see on the replay that it was just a slow
to materialize, as they say. There comes Clemmer. He had his head up though, which is nice, and he just put it through the 5-hole.
Got a piece of it, but not enough to stop it as it just slowly went into the, or maybe that just was slow motion.
No, they're chatting with Yancey over to the bench. trainer just say, hey, buddy, it's okay. Go back and stop him again.
Well, they need to win this game.
Yep.
So what they're basically saying, they may pull the goalie in the line. I think that's what it is. They may be pulling the goalie with a 4-4 tie. Barber gets a shot. Oh, just missed the stick of Alexander Milky as he, or pardon me, Jason Thomas as he was hitting to the net. Woolwich is actually going to keep a
playoff spot.
They have already clinched one, but I guess New Hamburg, it would be nice to beat these guys. 4-4 tie, 8:07 remaining in the. But I think if New Hamburg has to get into the playoffs, they have to win this one. Am I not mistaken? They don't have a chance?
No.
I thought they might, but it'd be nice to go home with a win.
They can play spoiler to where Woolwich might have to play in that next round, that's all.
Jancy makes the save and just stops the play. Time winding down, 4-4 tie here at the Lumley Bayshore Arena. And Rogers TV is just so glad to bring this telecast into your neighborhood and into your living rooms, and we hope you folks are enjoying it this afternoon. And for those that are streaming, hey, good to have you aboard. Puck just bouncing around at the boards. Oh, nice save by Jancy. He got a piece of that one. It was fired to the net. And here come the Woolwich Wildcats. Habermile Kramer is one of their better players coming out on the ice, wants to win this game. Center ice, there comes a pass, they run it down. Chasing after it is Pickersgill. Pickersgill has a chance, tried to center it. Good defensive play by the Woolwich defenseman. And the puck just ends up going down the ice, going to wave this one off. In behind the net, off a leg. Then deflected off into the corner by Jancy. At the blue line by Habermile. Bremer. Chasing up the ice, this is Pickersgill. Got 3 white jerseys to get by. Can't do it as he loses the puck. And that was Pickersgill. But full marks for the Woolwich team to get back and bother him. Habermile through center. He's got a chance. Habermile has it knocked off his stick by Strauss. Then Strauss just shoots it off the boards on the far side. Frey has a chance to pick it up. Frey gets it. Frey takes the shot. Good stuff. Oh, puck just dropped. And Jancy got the first one. Good puck awareness for the young goaltender.
Yeah, there's 7 teams in the grouping, and Aurelia's already played their 4 games, and that's sort of what's happened. That's how Woolwich is going to knows it for sure that they're in. It's going to be Woolwich, Collingwood, Center Wellington, and the Sarnia Sting playing in the semis.
Down the ice, chasing after that. Of course, that's number 19, Jackson Party. Could get the puck, ended up into the corner. Nice defensive work by Woolwich. Some of those little guys out there can really get some ice.
Yep.
They can move. And knocked down in behind the goal. No, I didn't think that was tripping. Long cross ice. Picked up by Strauss. Strauss has a chance. Strauss takes the shot. Score!
Number 2.
Strauss gets the second one. Ties the game up 5-5. Well, wait a minute.
They go up 5-4.
They go up 5-4.
Yep. Strauss is going to come down the right-hand side here. You're going to see him. He got his head up, and he just let it go, and boom, bye.
Yep. Got a chance now, 5:46 to pull this one out. But it will be just for bragging rights, because primarily they have been eliminated from the playoffs. We already told you what 4 teams are in. And that's what the finals will be. Tomorrow will be a semifinal and a final. And some games will be played tonight too, I think. So Puck bouncing around in front, shaking off. And then up along the boards. Melky has it. And he fans on it. Strauss. Bailey. Bailey off his stick. Melky had it again. Bailey just bothering him. A little buzzing little bee. Martin in behind the goal. Martin has it in. Trying to get control of it. Can't. Finally just whacks at it and knocks it right onto the stick of the Husky player. Still staying with that puck. That's Clemmer. Clemmer had it. Then he takes the shot, and you know what? That was going wide, but Andrew Jancy's not going to take any chances.
No,
so
he's
just
not.
Put a mid on it.
That's for sure.
Now, basically, we do this all the time because we're such pundits. And but are they going to pull the goaltender soon, or does it matter?
They might want to, only because it depends on who they may play in that semifinal. That makes a difference if they know know that they're coming up against.
And that's something we're going to be looking at with the time winding down. It's 4:23. Clemmer chasing after the puck, gets a stick on it, also loses his footing and ends up smacking into the boards. Loose puck at center ice, stolen. Chasing right in after it. Lyon off the end of his stick. Or pardon me, Radburn. Abate. Here comes Abate, got some speed going down the right wing. Abate turns back into the center, passes it off, gets it off to number 12, Reed Mason Roadnight. Roadnight had a chance. Roadnight again going to get on it. He gets it towards the net, but off a stick and off into the corner. Here they come back out as Aiden Lyon just gets it up to the blue line. Bailey, Abate, he just backhands it into the zone, chases it down, gets it, tries to take a shot off the stick of Nolan Strauss. Abate in there again. Clemmer gets dropped. Or he tripped over his own feet, one or the other. Lead pass off the skates of Bailey as he was breaking up the center ice. Loose puck through center, Habermile gets it. Clemmer trying to pick it up, gets it loose. Clemmer, good little player. Clemmer gets a chance. He fires it off the shin of Chicago, who was in position. Frey, he couldn't get the shot away as there's a slap shot from the point that didn't go anywhere by Habermile. Number 14, of course, that's Margetts, who's got a goal. Oh, that was risky. Cut in front of his net with Margetts right there. Managed to handle the puck, get it through. Baker almost got loose, but was foiled by Strauss as the puck set up the boards. 2:26 remaining in this period. You can see further right up at the top of the circle. He's ready to go anytime. I think he's been told. Weiderman. If Weiderman takes it up the ice, you watch the goaltender go. If he's going to rush, no, he didn't. He didn't get out. Kept in by. Finally, the puck came up. Radburn made a nice place. Kohler. Off the leg. Puck was into the corner. Out to the blue line. Clemmer tries to get the pass. Clemmer. And it's still fighting along the boards. Here's Clemmer again. Up to Baker. Goaltender. Almost up to the blue line now. Looking like he wants to come out. And shot up by Clemmer along the wall. There's the loose pass. Now you're going to see him go. Nope, Clemmer in the zone. Clemmer. And he loses his footing, ends up. Yep, goalie's gone. Chasing that puck down, 14, and that's Margetts. He's trying to control it. Loose puck. Into the slot, empty net. Kremer has it. Trying to get control in that zone, I'm telling you. Difficult. Loose puck in the slot. Clements. Abate. Barber with it now. Kemp-Skindy off into the corner. There's it fired off the boards.
30 seconds to go. Let's see what happens here.
This loose puck, there's a shot high. Got a shot away, went right over the top of the net. Melicky at the blue line. Vogel trying to get it out front. There it comes. Clemmer gets it. Clemmer's got a chance. Takes a shot. And what a Johnny on the spot. Jancy makes a really good stop there too. Had great position.
11.5 seconds to go. We're just going to make sure that referee just making sure that these guys stop and start that thing right.
Yeah, they had a little problem with it.
No, you get to go, buddy. Go up net. Go right up front, Clemmer.
Well, I've done that score clock too, and I tell you, chances again. Here they are back out. Clemmer takes a shot off the body. Loose puck. Oh, wide open man as the body was there. There goes the horn.
Spoiler alert.
New Hamburg wins this particular contest. And
play spoiler on the game.
Well, they didn't really do anything to the standings, that's for sure, but
this might determine which plays, whether they play center Wellington.
That's true. I never thought. Yeah, I never thought about that. It's 1 against 4 and 2 against 3.
Exactly.
I think that's how the system goes. Weekend of the Rink, Owen Sound, Silver Sticks. You can see them line up, shake hands, and that's the Wildcats from Woolwich. And New Hamburger or Huskies from obviously New Hamburger.
Exactly.
So, but I like to see this back to their shaking hands after the games.
Exactly. It's nice again, isn't it?
Than before, So we're going to have to analyze this one. This was a good hockey. These kids have put it all out on the ice and left it there. How to pick a player of the game.
Reed Margetts played well for the New Hamburg Huskies. But the winning goal scored by number 2, Nolan Strauss, as he came down and made that a winning goal for him.
Well, Strauss played really well on the blue line too. So, but that's taking advantage of it. But I have no problem with. I could pick 2, 3 players, but Margetts and Strauss probably are the players of the game if we want to give a tie on New Hamburg doing a really good job, but.
Clemmer had a pair for the Woolwich Wildcats, and he played a pretty strong little game too himself.
I think you're right. I think that's a good choice for player of the game. These kids left it all on the ice. It was a good contest. Goaltending, I thought, was really good at both ends.
Exactly.
When they did have to make some saves, but they made really good ones.
Yeah.
Grant you 5-4 game, but some of the shots surprised you too as a commentator that these kids can do it. So
exactly.
But. We just want to thank everybody for tuning in and on this Rogers TV broadcast. Don't forget, tonight the Attack are on at 7:30 on Rogers TV. Mark and Zach will probably be bringing and Adrian will be bringing the game to you at 7:30. As always, London Knights in town. Tickets still available, so if you get a chance, you want to come down. If you don't want to go to the Attack game, watch the hockey here at the Julie tonight as you watch some of the rest of the round robins is being played in some of the games. So good hockey here on Rogers TV. Thank you so much again. This is Steve Burley. I'm Gord Chapman. This has been a production on Rogers TV.
program was recorded on the unceded, unsurrendered territory of the Anishinaabe Algonquin Nation.
My clients often call me the condiment queen. Stay tuned to find out why and what these sweeteners have to do with it. So many of us are trying to limit our consumption of processed sugars, as we should. But we love them and it's delicious. So I'm gonna show you some recipes today on how to switch out the processed sugar for some more nutrient-dense sweeteners in things that you're used to getting at the grocery store, all the condiments we love. Things like my famous beet up, which is my take on a beet ketchup, my mayo, a yummy salad dressing, a barbecue sauce, and even a sweet dessert sauce. I have some of my favorite sweeteners here in front of me, and I'm going to be using them today and also talking a little bit about them. Processed white sugar is delicious, but it really isn't that good for us. So I have some awesome alternatives here that really add a punch of nutrition to go along with that sweet flavor. Of course, everyone knows the classic maple syrup, especially as a Canadian. This is probably my #1/2 most used sweetener. Next to it, we have molasses, which is actually a byproduct of making sugar, and it's where all of the nutrition lives. So when they make that white sugar, they take out all the nutrition and it lives inside this molasses. Next to that, we have something called agave. Agave comes from Caribbean and warm climate countries, and it looks like a cactus almost, excuse me. And it is a yummy sweetener that kind of has a similar flavor to honey, but it's a little bit runnier. Then we have the classic honey, True Bee, my favorite kind. Dates, which are a whole food sweetener. They have lots of fiber, which is something that white sugar doesn't have that it's missing. Next to it, we have coconut sugar. And very at the end there, we have a liquid and a granulated version of stevia. Now, stevia is an artificial sweetener. However, out of all of the artificial sweeteners that we know, in my opinion, it's one of the best and cleanest ones. My dad is a diabetic, and I have many, many clients who try to watch their sugar intake. So stevia is one of the greatest alternatives for that type of eating compared to, let's say, like a Splenda or one of those not so nice other processed artificial sweeteners. So we're gonna start with my yummy salad dressing. Salad dressing is one of those things that is easy and super able to be creative on. I make a different salad dressing every time I make one. So I'm gonna start today with a shallot. We always like some onion or garlic flavor in our salad dressing. If you don't have fresh shallot or fresh garlic, you can use some powdered onion or powdered garlic or granulated onion, or you can leave it out altogether. My clients call me the condiment queen because I supposedly make the best condiments. And I make a lot of condiments, and sometimes I like to say that's actually the difference between a home cook and a trained chef, is knowing all of the different ins and outs of making the perfect sauces, dressings, and dips, all the emulsifiers and sweets and salties, and getting the perfect mixture together. Can usually tell when a real chef has made your dressing versus coming from a bottle or some regular cook at home. So I've got my chopped shallot in my jar. Now I'm gonna juice a couple lemons. Oh, that one doesn't even have that many seeds. It's beautiful. And of course, we want some sweetener. So all of the bottled salad dressings that you buy at the grocery store, they are delicious, but they usually contain sugar or maybe corn syrup or maybe some other not so healthy ingredients. I'm gonna show you how to get a yummy lemon vinaigrette style dressing that doesn't have any of that in it. And it's probably more delicious than what you can get at the grocery store, to be honest with you. All right, we've got the juice of 2 lemons going into the bottom of the jar with my shallots. We've got a little dollop of Dijon mustard. This is one of those things that sets a regular vinaigrette made by a regular person apart from a delicious, smooth, and emulsified dressing. An emulsifier like mustard or wasabi or something like that will always help to kind of hold your dressing together because water and oil don't mix, and water is kind of like lemon juice. So I like to always add a little tiny bit of apple cider vinegar. And why do I do that? There's actually some live probiotics in this apple cider vinegar. It's fermented and it's alive. And so this adds beneficial bacteria and also helps you to digest your food. And in here, I need to add a sweetener. My favorite sweetener to use for salad dressing is honey. So that's the one I'm gonna start with. And I don't wanna waste the honey that's on my comb, so I'm just gonna pop that in there. And actually, I forgot one ingredient, but I'm gonna grab that right now as I grab my beets that I have on the stove. Something I'm gonna make next is my famous beet-up. It's my take on a ketchup that's made with beets instead of tomatoes. And I've got some beets that I've just cooked. I'm gonna grab that from the stove, and I'm also gonna grab my olive oil at the same time because I need that for my salad dressing. While that's there, I'm just gonna drain my beets and let them sit in the colander while I finish my salad dressing for you. I always like to do about equal parts oil to equal parts, whether it's vinegar or the lemon juice or what have you. And this way you don't get too big of a punch. If it's not sweet enough for you when you try it, you can definitely add some more honey. Or if you were making this salad dressing, or if I was making this salad dressing for someone like my dad, I would use this liquid stevia instead of using the liquid honey. That looks about half and half. Get rid of that. Put the lid on. Give it an aggressive shake. And look at that. It looks kind of creamy, and the lemon juice, apple cider vinegar, and olive oil have kind of become one, and that's because of the mustard that we have in there. All right, so now my famous beet ketchup, my beet-up. This is something that I created out of necessity. I had a client whose kid couldn't have tomatoes, and they love French fries and ketchup. Who doesn't love French fries and ketchup? But we had to find a way to make them be able to eat that favorite meal without having to use tomatoes. So I thought, what's red? Beets. Oh, that's a little bit too many to fit in my blender, so I'm gonna have to do this in 2 batches. So I've got some cooked beets. You can use cooked beets that you've cooked yourself. You can use canned beets that you've drained. You can use frozen beets that you can buy at the freezer section in your grocery store, or you can even use a jar of pickled beets. I have pickled beets here. If I was gonna use this jar, I wouldn't add any vinegar because there's already vinegar in there. But today I'm gonna be using the beets that I cooked on the stove, and so I am gonna add vinegar. Typical ketchup has flavors like onion powder and garlic, so I'm going to add a peeled garlic clove to my blender. I'm going to add a little squirt of mustard because I want this to emulsify nicely. I'm going to add that apple cider vinegar that I had earlier that I used in the dressing, and probably about 1/4 cup. Then my favorite sweetener to use for this is maple syrup. I'll put the recipe online for this so you guys can get the quantities at a later time. So all my ingredients are in here. I'm gonna get this on the blender and blend this on the break. And when we come back, I'm gonna add a little bit of salt just to season it up. And really, it's that simple.
Are you the type who would keep going or stop? It's not easy to stop when you have an addiction. Legalizing cannabis won't stop addiction. It trivializes its consumption. Let's be vigilant. If you need help, visit portage.ca.
Hey folks, it's me, Giovanni Patini, the host of the RTV quiz show, the hottest show on television. It's the hilarious quiz show where you, the viewers, play for valuable non-existent prizes. It's got great trivia, fun facts, and a lot of laughs, all blended together in a perfect cocktail of edutainment. So join us Wednesdays at 7:30 right here on Rogers TV. Nice.
It was John's graduation. We were so proud. We all got together for a picnic. That's when we heard coming from the radio. So we stopped and we listened. It helped us get to safety. That's why when I think of John, because now he has a real future to look forward to.
Hi, TAC fans, it's Adrian Musso, alongside Zach Scribner, your host for Attack Rap. Sadly, it will be no Attack Rap November 8th. However, November 15th, we will have U17 players, Braden Rogers and Ben Cormier.
We'll talk to the two of them about their starts to their OHL career, their experience at U17s. We'll have what's in the helmet, and you'll have a chance to win future tickets to a home game. You're watching Attack Rap on Rogers TV.
I have my beach up here that I just blended. This is the consistency you're looking for. A little bit runnier than the ketchup that you buy at the grocery store, but still has the same feel and flavor. I'm just gonna set this aside for later, and I'm gonna get working on my sweet sauce as well as my take on a unique way to make mayo. So I was telling you about how I had to create beach up because I had some clients that don't eat nightshades, tomatoes in particular, and the same goes for my take on mayo. My take on mayo is actually an eggless mayo, and that's because I have a lot of clients who can't eat eggs. Eggs happens to be one of the highest allergens out there, but everyone loves mayo. What are you gonna do? So I actually discovered what is called aqua fava. And what is that? Well, that translates to bean liquid, and what it is, it's actually the liquid from a can of chickpeas that's been drained off. I made sure that the can of chickpeas that I bought was sodium free because we don't want any extra salt in our mayo, but this is what it looks like. So I drained the chickpeas, I put them in the fridge to make a salad with later, and this is what I'm gonna be using to replace the egg. It will actually whip up just like an egg white. You can use it to make meringue cookies, but I use it to make mayo. And I'm also going to be working on my date sauce. So I'm going to be making a sweet dessert date sauce with dates, and that's pretty much it. So, all right. First, we'll start with the dates. I love date sauce because it's like a caramel salted sauce and you wouldn't even know that it's made with high fiber dates. And the trick to that is adding a tiny little bit of baking soda / baking powder. So these dates I bought, they're already pitted. They're kind of soft, but they're a little bit too hard to put into a blender. So I'm gonna add a little pinch of baking powder, maybe like 1/4 teaspoon. And I've got 2 cups of dates here. And I'm gonna grab my hot water that I've got boiling on the stove already. And I'm going to pour this over top of my dates. And they're just gonna soak here for a little while. We want them to get nice and soft so that they're easy to blend later on when I make that. All right, and back to the mayo. Actually, I think I need to make the barbecue sauce first. Or does it matter? I don't think it matters. All right, so I have my chickpea liquid. I'm gonna put this in the bottom of my jar here. If you were using real eggs, this is where you would put the egg yolks. So you would separate your eggs and you would add 2 egg yolks into here, and then you would put your egg whites back in the fridge to use for some fried eggs or for a recipe for later on. Contrary to popular belief, mayo is actually made with the egg yolks and not the egg whites, even though the mayo somehow turns to be white. So along with this chickpea liquid, I'm gonna add a little tiny bit of mayo, I'm making mayo, a little tiny bit of Dijon. And earlier I told you how the Dijon emulsifies. So it does the same thing in here. So even if you are using eggs, you still need mustard. You can use yellow mustard, powdered mustard, Dijon mustard, any kind of mustard will work for you, even wasabi, and then you get wasabi mayo. I love garlic in my mayo, so I'm adding a full clove of garlic into the bottom there. And then it has to have a little bit of acid. So you can use lemon juice or white vinegar, and I'm using my go-to raw apple cider vinegar. All right, this is the tricky part. Let's hope it doesn't split. So I've got my blender in the bottom. You could do this in a regular blender, or you could do this with a whisk by hand, but I don't have enough time to do it with a whisk by hand here. So I'm drizzling this oil in, and I'm letting the oil kind of come to the top and get a nice little layer before I push start. And the whole point is to kind of get the oil almost about half as much of what is the chickpea liquid or your egg yolks, and then turn it on. I'm actually gonna take this lid off. It's gonna go much faster. All right, let's see. Okay. All right, how does this work? My immersion blender is not working. We might, oh! There we go. Slowly pull up and add more oil. It's working. It's working. Look at how thick that is getting. Look at that. And we have vegan mayo. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy that worked. I'm gonna set that to the side, and I'm gonna get my stuff together to start making my barbecue sauce. And if we have time, I'll add a little something special to the mayo to show you a different flavored version. So I have a pot here that I'm gonna put on the stove. I've got all my ingredients ready for my favorite way to make barbecue sauce. You'll notice that some of these sauces actually have similar ingredients and similar ways to make them, except for the mayo, of course. And this one is no different. So the last one we made was Beach Up. It had beets and vinegar and Dijon and a sweetener. And this is kind of the same, but instead of beets, I'm using tomato paste because barbecue sauce is definitely made with tomatoes. I've done it before with pineapple, and I've done it before with beets, but classic barbecue sauce, tomato paste. I'm an Italian girl, so I always have a tube of tomato paste in my pantry. This one is a double concentrated. So if you're using a double concentrated tomato paste, you might want to add a little bit of water, which is what I'm going to do. Otherwise, just use a regular can of tomato paste that you get at the grocery store. And if you can't find that, you can also just use some blended up fresh tomatoes or just a can of crushed or diced tomatoes. But if you're going to use something like that, I do suggest that you actually blend it so that you can get a smooth texture. All right, so I put that whole tube in there. I'm gonna add some apple cider vinegar. It's one of my favorite things. And then my favorite sweetener to use for barbecue sauce is molasses. You can use brown sugar, coconut sugar, white sugar, but we're trying to stay away from that. You could use honey and make like a honey barbecue sauce, but my favorite is molasses. It gives it that nice dark brown color that everyone's used to, and it gives it a little bit more thickness and a really nice mouth feel. So that's why I like to use molasses. And wow, I can smell that. I wish you guys could smell that. Amazing. About equal parts molasses to apple cider vinegar. Oh, and we can't miss Dijon. I'm gonna get this on the stove on the break, add a little bit of water to it, and kind of get it all together to the consistency of a barbecue sauce. I'm gonna put this on the stove on really, really low, and I'm gonna let it simmer and get all the flavors melded together. I'm also gonna add a little bit of salt. And if you wanted more flavor, this would be the time that you would add maybe garlic powder or onion powder, but I like classic, so I'm just gonna leave it nice and plain. And we'll see you after the break.
Hi, I'm David Sherman, host of Politically Speaking on Rogers TV. Join me for my next show where my guest will be Rick Byers, MPP for Bruce Grey Owen Sound. Politically Speaking on Rogers TV.
I don't care what the law is. I will never be a slave. That word, I hate it. It rests on my tongue like rot.
Peter, how does it feel to get paid for your work?
There are rumors freedom's coming for us all.
Freedom, you know that's all I want.
Chloe, careful. Vrooman would rather sell you across the river to America than let you go free.
Then I'll run. I've run before. Maybe this time for good.
Get her into the boat. No!
Chloe! Chloe, no!
Word of Chloe Cooley's resistance led to Canada's first legislation limiting slavery. After 200 years, slavery was abolished in Canada in 1834.
Hi, I'm Barb Crumpus, Mayor of the Municipality of Meaford. We value Rogers TV as the partner in providing you with the latest news, activities, and events happening in your community. I invite you to watch Meaford Council meetings on Rogers TV to stay informed and to learn how to communicate with the municipality on topics that matter most.
Missed an episode? We have you covered. You can tune in or set your PVR to Cable 22 for repeats during the week, or you can visit our show page at rogerstv.com/Ottawa for all previous shows and seasons. Or check us out on YouTube. Simply cooking with simple viewing.
I took my barbecue sauce off the stove. It simmered for probably about 15 minutes. If you had used a can of tomatoes or not thick tomato paste, you would have needed to let yours simmer a little bit longer, but because my tomato paste was really thick, I didn't need to. Look at that beautiful color. I can smell the molasses. Yum, yum. All right, that's a little bit too hot to put the lid on, so I'm just gonna set that to the side and give that a nice wipe. All right, so earlier I said that I would show you my trick to flavor the mayo. I was worried that it was gonna split and that I wasn't gonna have time, but turns out we have time. So you all know probably that my favorite herb is basil, hands down. So I'm gonna turn my garlic mayo into a basil mayo. At this point, you could add caramelized onion, you could add your favorite herb, you could add lemon zest or lime zest, but I'm just gonna add a little handful of fresh basil that I picked this morning from my basil plant, and I'm gonna make some green mayo. Now we have a garlic and basil infused mayo that is ready to dip your fries in, eat in a sandwich or on a wrap. Look at that color, look at that deliciousness, and look at that thickness. Get that in the sink and put my lid on my mayo. This is gonna go in the fridge. This has to stay refrigerated, and it is probably good for up to 2 weeks. And you wanna know why it lasts so long compared to regular mayo? Because there's no raw eggs in it. It's just chickpea liquid. How cool is that? All right, so our next thing to show you is the date sauce. The date sauce is something that I love to eat on ice cream or dip fruit in it, or really eat it with a spoon with a big sprinkle of salt. Yummy, yummy. All right, how do we open this? Like that. All right, I have my dates that we're soaking here. I'm just gonna get as much water out as I possibly can. It's a little bit hot, but I'm a chef and I can't feel it anymore. So I've got my warm, soft dates here. And to that, I'm adding a tiny little bit of vanilla. I don't need to add any sweetener because the dates are the sweetener. If you don't have vanilla, you could leave that out, of course. And then coconut. So this looks like my coconut yogurt, but it's not. It's just coconut cream, which is the ingredient that I use to make my coconut yogurt, but it's not yogurt, it's just cream. I have about 1.5 cups of dates here, I think, and I'm adding about 1/4 to 1/2 cup of coconut cream. I want to get a nice consistency. All right, let's turn this guy back on, see if I can figure it out. Yes. Look at that. Get my jar ready. And a spoon. All right, let's check the consistency. It looks like a thick, yummy paste. Let's get this off. Get this into my jar. So the barbecue sauce, the ketchup, and this date sauce could all be canned and could all be preserved and held in your cold storage, and you can make big batches of it for next time. But the mayo and the salad dressing can't. So those two things have to go in the refrigerator and have to be eaten within the first couple weeks of making them. Whereas the ketchup, the barbecue sauce, and the date sauce could be preserved and you could eat it at a later date. The date sauce, I don't typically do that. I actually freeze it. And I have to give this a taste. And I don't even have a knife to cut my apple. So let's just pretend I have an apple. I have some sprinkled nuts here that I'm gonna try this date sauce with. Oh my goodness. It tastes like creme caramel. No one would ever know this is dairy-free and that it wasn't packed full of processed sugar. It tastes like a gourmet caramel sauce. Delicious and so simple. See you next time.
Call the Rogers TV viewer response line, email us, or connect with us on social media.
Join us next week on Great County Life, and we'll be talking about the Festival of Northern Lights and the Santa Claus Parade.
Every year, dozens of Canadians are killed or seriously injured because they take risks around railway tracks. Talk to your loved ones about rail safety. Visit stoptracktragedies.ca.
Johnny wanted to go back home. It was 1,000 kilometers away. They forced him to go to the Indian residential school. More than 150,000 of us children had to go. They wanted to change us.
Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name.
Hallowed be your name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done. Kill the Indian and the child. It's been called cultural genocide. I survived residential school. My brother Johnny did not.
Shawnee Wenjack was one of thousands of children who died due to Canada's residential school system. More than 80,000 survivors and their families still live with its legacy today.
From coast to coast, all across Canada, there's something very special going on. It's time to show your support. Time to spread the word. Time to demonstrate your commitment to safe and sober driving. Join thousands of Canadians and tie a ribbon on something or someone you love. And take the time to have a real conversation about impaired driving. Mad Project Red Ribbon. Tie it, wear it, show it, share it, live